People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Presentation. Queen Bee Radio proudly brings you Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And sponsored by Ayers Furniture, Bytech Resource Management, Claire Bank, Fuller's Milker Center, Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Platteville, Les Mack, Northland Buildings, Reeves Wealth Management, Raleigh Cheese House, Russell Law Offices, The Shoebox, Tricor Insurance, West End Salvage, Carver's Hardwood Flooring, Sloan Implements, Sups, Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Gary's Pest Control, TriStar Pallets and TriStar Mulch, Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware Do It Best, Bouse Electric, Cuba City Collision and Repair, Laley Center Monroe, H&N Plumbing, Heating and Electrical, Community First Bank, Grant Regional Health Center, Sullivan Auctioneers, Big Iron Realty, Lancaster Dental Associates, Millie's Diner, Pink's Automotive, Good Knees Garage, Point and Flush Sportsman's Club, Rosemeyer Management Group, Breckler Insurance, McNett Electric, Mound City Bank, Ready Feed and Grain LLC, Southwest Health, and WCC Brands.
Good evening and welcome to Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium at Cuba City High School for non-conference boys basketball this evening as the Lancaster Flying Arrows visit the Cuba City Cubans. With our statistician, Arena Satterley, I'm John Satterley, welcoming you on a frigid January evening to Cuba City High School. This evening, Lancaster with a 10-1 overall mark, 4-0 in this SWC, facing the Cuba City Cubans. Right now, still searching for their first conference win on the season, and the Swall at 0-4, 2-8 overall, and looking to rebound off a heartbreaking defeat on Thursday night to the Mineral Point Pointers, 46-44. But having my wife Arena with me, who's been at a lot of these games, probably say as well that Cuba City is just one small step away from going on one of those long winning streaks. Sometimes you say that in hope. Sometimes you say that just because that's what you want to see. But maybe it's something that truly is there because you have a team that has been in contest. They have played really good competition. Tonight, no different with the Lancaster Flying Arrows. But from the Cuba City standpoint, when you have your last three games, you've lost by a combined 8 points. You know, this record and they're all three conference games, we could be talking about a Cuba City team coming into this contest with a 3-1 conference mark and a 5-5 overall record, not 0-4, 2-8. And Reyna, again, it doesn't seem like it is a lot, but right there, 8 points, 3 games, the difference between being an above 500 team in conference play and right there in the conversation for being in second place, maybe first place in conference, and a 500 record. Instead, we're talking about a Cuba City team that's trying to not fall to 2-9.
Yeah, my flash on this goes to the movie Major League. Just need something to put it all together. Different scenario, but I mean it's the same concept. You know, they need something to get them over that hump and get into a winning way again.
You know, maybe that's something we should talk to Coach Shavey about. Is maybe not the exact same visual for
I
Major,
would say that wouldn't be appropriate
for Major League, but still having the same idea that okay, the pieces are here. We have here. What can we do to put it all together to start getting on that winning streak? And you have the Lancaster Flying Arrows coming into this contest again, 10-1 overall, 4-0 in the SWC, sitting atop of the conference by a game and a half. And one thing I've noticed about the Lancaster Flying Arrows, again, if you can say you're like me, you're looking at the Flying Arrows from afar. But when you have three young men who are averaging 15 points or more per game, and you have three scores that are accounting for 85% of your scoring, I would say, A, you've got a really good nucleus.
Yes.
B, you also have three really good players that could take over a game on any given day. It doesn't have to be one. It doesn't even have to be two. You have three that are very capable, and they're all gelling at the right time.
And odds are one of them's going to exceed each time. Not necessarily the same one.
Absolutely, and that's where you have Lancaster right now. They've caught a lot of people, I don't want to say by surprise, but off guard with jumping out to 10-1 overall and 4-0 in conference play. Again, this is a non-conference matchup tonight with Cuba City and Lancaster. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, live and archive coverage is powered by H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. Also, Laley Center, Monroe. Coming up here in our Raleigh Cheese pregame show, presented to you by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. We won't forget to let you know that we'll be talking with head coach Brian Knapp of the Lancaster Flying Arrows. Also had a chance to talk to head coach Tanner Shavey of the Cuba City Cubans. Going through some growing pains, but really trying to keep this young group together and maybe get that marquee victory. You never know what can happen. That's why you play the game. So we'll set the table. We'll set the table for you with our Raleigh Cheese pregame show coming up after this timeout. You're listening to high school boys basketball on Dubuque Super Hits 106, online superhits106.com, and also live with video on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 1.
Having a doctor or primary care provider is essential for your overall health and wellness, and getting the care you need should be simple. Don't have a primary care provider? Easy. With convenient hours and clinic locations in Lancaster, Cassville, Potosi, and Fenimore, Grant Regional Community Clinic makes it easy to get primary care close to home. We have a dedicated team who are ready to care for you, and best of all, we create long-term relationships to keep you and your family in the best possible health. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
Fuller's Milker Center and GIA have the management tools you need to keep your dairy's profitability at your fingertips 24 hours a day. From many choices of reliable electronic ID to effective time-saving sort gates to the state-of-the-art Dairy Plan C21, monitor and control your parlor systems as you manage your whole herd. Contact Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your GIA dealer in Lancaster and Richland Center for details on the latest ID systems and sort gates that can help your dairy's efficiency, putting you and your cows in the fast lane.
It's the Start Something New sales event going on now at Turpin Motors. Just announced up to 27% off retail on select new vehicles. Save up to $20,000. If they don't have the vehicle you're looking for, they'll dealer trade for it. Financing as low as 0% with approved credit. No payment for 90 days. All qualified new vehicles come with a lifetime powertrain warranty with the Turpin Advantage. Stop by and check out the great deals on new vehicles with no payments for 90 days. See dealer for details. The Start Something New sales event's going on now at Turpin Dodge Ram and Jeep, JFK and Dodge Street in Dubuque.
Main Event Catering is redefining what it means to host an unforgettable event. Whether you want a full-service catering with complete setup and teardown or a simple drop-off delivery, Main Event Catering makes hosting easy. From casual gatherings to elegant celebrations, enjoy delicious cuisine including party trays, boxed lunches, and appetizers. We offer vegetarian, vegan, and gluten-free options too. We'll bring your vision to life so you can focus on the moment. Main Event Catering at the Holiday Inn in Dubuque.
Pregame 1.
Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel from Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium with Arana Satterley, our statistician. I'm John Satterley with our Raleigh Cheese pregame show, getting you set up for the Lancaster Flying Arrows taking on the Cuba City Cubans. Let's take a look at the Lancaster Flying Arrows, how they've gotten out to their 10-1 start in the 25-26 season. It all started what feels like all the way back November 25th. Can we think about this for one moment? This basketball season has already been going on for 2 months. That doesn't seem possible, but here we are, the 19th day of January. Let's go back to November 25th, where it was a 5-point victory over the Barneveld Golden Eagles, 77-72. Then defeating East Dubuque, 56-39. And then also on the road against the Belleville Wildcats, 66-58. Their game against Mineral Point was postponed on December 9th. And we'll say that for a reason because we'll come back to it because that was kind of the hiccup in the schedule. Then not having to play a game for over a week, playing at Dodgeville. First conference matchup, and it was a thrilling 79-78 victory over the Dodgeville Dodgers. Then on the 18th of December, defeating the Platteville Hillmen 84-53. 2 road games, one to end the 25 portion of the season, a win at Potosi Castle 62-45. Then starting off the new year against Iowa Grant 65-55. Then a palindrome victory against Richland Center Hornets on the 8th, 75-57. And then it was the makeup game against Mineral Point, where it was the lone hiccup on the season to this point for the Lancaster Flying Arrows, falling to the Mineral Point Pointers 77-72. But since that loss, 2 consecutive victories, a 9-point victory against Fenimore on the 12th, 62-53. Then a dominating win on the 15th, defeating Prairie du Chien 74-24. So again, the Lancaster Flying Arrows have been able to get victories, and not just any type of victories, but convincing victories. Where you figure the only wins under 10 points, Barneveld, Belleville, Dodgeville. If you want to consider the 10-point victory against Iowa Grant, round that single digits, you could. So you can say Iowa Grant. And then you had a 9-point victory against Fenimore. So again, you have a little under half of the games that Lancaster have won, but under 10 points. So a lot of them have been pretty much cruising toward a victory. The Cuba City Cubans, again, they come into this contest with a 2-8 overall mark to start off the season, losing their first 3 against Galena, a 12-point loss to River Valley, and then a conference loss to the Darlington Redbirds, 79-53. Defeating Belleville, though, by 30 points, 71-41. A lot of people thought, there we go, let's get Cuba City on the map. And then, unfortunately for the Cubans, they lost the next 2 games against New Glarus, 74-58, and then at the Lodi tournament, 66-48 on the 29th of December. 73-68, there is a victory against Cambridge on the 30th of December on that Tuesday. That's the last victory that the Cubans have had. They've lost their 3 games in 2026. But as we started off our broadcast, our Raleigh Cheese pregame show, with telling you those 3 losses by combined 8 points. Losing to Fenimore here at Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium, 57-54. At Southwestern, they were down double digits, but then came back and battled back and only lost by 3, 56-53. Again, Southwestern, a team that only has 1 blemish on their record this season. And then falling Thursday night, the game that Rain and I had was losing to Mineral Point 46-44. And that was a game where Cuba City was up by 2 with under 30 seconds to go, and actually under 20 seconds to go before a 3-point field goal was hit by Mineral Point to take a 1-point lead, and was a foul as well. Missed the subsequent free throw, but then Cuba City missed the upcoming shot. There's a foul, 1 more free throw. That's how it came out to be a 46-44 loss for the Cuba City Cubans. Coming up for Cuba City after tonight, home tomorrow night against Riverdale here on Dubuque Super Hits 106. We will be at another SWAL Conference event. It'll be a battle for the top of the SWAL Conference, Southwestern at Darlington here on Dubuque Super Hits 106. We'll have that tomorrow night. But coming up, we will also be at Iowa Grant to cover the Cubans here on Dubuque Super Hits 106 on Friday, again at the Iowa Grant Panthers. Also a remake game coming up on Monday at Boscobel. That's a remake from December 18th. And then turn around and the Cubans are at Darlington on the 29th. So again, a lot of games coming up here for the Cubans that are winnable games, but they need to try to turn it around. We will talk with both head coaches coming up here in just a couple moments. First, we'll talk with head coach Tanner Shavey of the Cuba City Cubans, and then we will talk to head coach Brian Knapp of the Lancaster Flying Arrows. We're doing it from our broadcast booth. Our Ayers Furniture Best Seat in the House and the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth That's Ayers Furniture, downtown Ridgeway, for free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home. For what's sure to be the best seat in your house, be sure to visit Ayers Furniture at AyersFurniture.com. Cuba City, Lancaster, high school boys basketball, the non-conference still tonight on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 2.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Hello, Ben here from Darlington Family Dental. Your smile is as important to us as it is to you. Give us a call and schedule a consultation to figure out if clear aligners might be right for you. The consultation is free. Zero interest financing is available. This solution for your smile might be more cost-effective than you think. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Your holiday decor is down and suddenly your house looks very January. Kohl's can help you bring the spark back. No twinkle lights needed. Save on bedding that feels like a snow day. Decor that'll boost the mood. And Shark vacuums because, yes, you're still finding pine needles. Get an extra 15% off some of your faves store-wide. And beat those winter blahs at Kohl's. Select styles. Offer ends January 25th. Some exclusions apply. Coupons do not apply to Shark. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Logan Fury did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he bought a mini treadmill. Is walking on it during video conference calls more distracting than he thought? Yes. And is that because he overestimated his foot-eye coordination? Definitely. But it's Logan's savings, and if he wants to burn calories and any chance at a promotion, we say, good for you, Logan. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Pregame 2.
Welcome back to your Raleigh Cheese pregame show on Dubuque Super Hits 106 on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. It's non-conference boys basketball this evening from Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium as the Cuba City Cubans are hosting the Lancaster Flying Arrows. We're now being joined by head coach of the Cubans, Tanner Shavey. And Coach Shavey, after the heartbreak on Thursday evening against Mineral Point, how have you seen your young men bounce back with practices and getting focused for the task at hand tonight against Lancaster?
Yeah, I think that in the moment our guys were fairly upset. But after we sat down and talked about, the positive things that we did in that game and what got us to that point, they could see that we've made growth throughout the season. We're really doing a lot of things that we asked them to do well. There's 97 possessions in a game of basketball, and I'm trying to get them to do everything perfectly for all 97 possessions is kind of what we're asking to do. They had some guys that made some shots, but I thought that our defense handled it really well. Their two leading scorers, one averages 26 points a game, had 7. The other one averages 22 points a game and had 24 points on 21 shots. So I feel like we're doing what we're asking them to do defensively, making the best players have to work for their best shots. And then at the end of the day, it comes down to turning over the basketball and offensive rebounding. And like you've heard me say it before, if we can limit those two things, we'll win the game. We had 10 turnovers in the first half against them, and then we only had 6 in the second half. And there's no obvious reason why we came back. It's because we didn't give them the ball and have them had easy layups.
Well, Tanner, one thing, if anybody has been following Cuban basketball, or even if you haven't been following Cuban basketball, this team has been able to go on some major runs. We saw that against Mineral Point. You had that against other teams where you'd be down, double-digit points, come back, and if you're not taking the lead, you're within one possession. How are you trying to get your team to, I wouldn't say play like that for an entire 36 minutes, but how do you get your team to play more like those spurts for a longer stretch of the game instead of having to use it as a comeback machine and make it as a promoting machine to let's get out and get that lead and have those spurts then?
Yeah, people don't understand this. When you have a younger team, and majority right now we're playing is 2 seniors, 4 juniors, and 2 sophomores. When you have a younger team like we have right now, they don't always understand the importance of every possession, and so we shoot the 3 ball really well. So when we're not making shots from the 3-point line, the lead lead lengthens, and then all of a sudden we'll find a way to make bunch of shots, and then the lead closes, and we go on these big runs, and then we give up a couple, and then we go on these big runs and give up a couple. So that's kind of what we're trying to do. But when we compete at a high level, defensively, I think we're really solid. When we make baskets, it allows us to set up our defense. Versus consistently missing and then them running out in transition and then us having to play transition basketball defensively is really hard to do. And so when we make shots and we get to set up our defense, that's when we get to go on these big runs because our where we're at right now defensively.
Coming into this game, you have Lancaster with a 10-1 mark. They've gotten off to a really hot start as we're at the midpoint of the season. Maybe a little more past the midpoint, but you know where I'm going when I say that. They've also lost to Mineral Point, a team you just had on the ropes and almost beat. What do you look forward to seeing matchup-wise to your advantage this evening against the Flying Arrows?
Yeah, they have 3 guys that score almost 90% of their points. And so, kind of like with Mineral Point, we're going to try and make those 3 guys take tough baskets. If they all hit their averages and hit the percentages because they make tough shots over us, then we're going to tip our hat to them. But I think that if we can stay fundamentally sound defensively and have to make those guys make a lot of baskets over our defense, we'll be in good shape. Also, we really want to make those other guys, they play about 8, and 5 of those 8 aren't really guys that are scoring first options. And so if we can make those guys also become scorers, I like our chances to have kind of get them out of their rhythm. I also think offensively, we're going to try and do a little more stuff today of putting guys into positions where the defense has to choose whether they want to stop the ball or guard the corner. So we can do that, and then it comes down to do we take good shots and do we turn the ball over? If we don't turn the ball over and we take good shots, as you've seen, we can score with the best of them and we can compete with the best of them. But if we give them turnovers and we give them easy layups, then that's when it gets ugly.
Coach, as always, I appreciate the time. I look forward to seeing a great game here from your Cubans, and hopefully we get a chance to talk to you in the post-game show as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, head coach, to Tanner Shavey. My buddy's Tanner Schiffrell. He was just trying to call me. So Tanner Shavey, head coach of the Cuba City Cubans, join us here in our Raleigh Cheese pregame show. More after this timeout. You're listening to non-conference boys basketball, Cuba City and Lancaster on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 3.
This is Ben Baker, owner of Tri-State Roofing, LLC. Did you know we can take care of your roofing projects during the winter months? Tri-State Roofing uses reliable, long-lasting products that can be effectively applied in harsh winter temperatures. See our team for ice dam removal, gutter cleaning, and heat tape installation. Tri-State Roofing is fully insured, and we offer free estimates. Call Tri-State Roofing to fix your winter roofing issues.
Steve Schmidt's Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton has unique team treasures. They have over 25,000 signed sports cards, plus autographed photos, bobbleheads, caps, signed baseballs, and more. That's Steve Schmidt's Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton.
Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington. Pregame 3.
Welcome back to your Raleigh Cheese pregame show on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. High school boys basketball is a non-conference matchup from Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium as the Cuba City Cubans are hosting the Lancaster Flying Arrows. Now being joined by head coach of the Flying Arrows, Brian Knapp. And Coach Knapp, Happy New Year and good chance to finally get to see your Flying Arrows.
Well, thank you. New Year to you, too.
Let's talk a little bit about how you got into this 10-1 record. Is this something that you saw coming, with the talent of these young men, or something that maybe they worked a little bit harder and really earned this 10-1 due to more hard work than maybe talent that you thought coming into the season?
No, they're a group of hardworking kids, and I know I've said before, and their basketball's their gig. They like to play the sport, and they like any challenge that comes their way, basketball way. So it's been fun, and we'll keep going at it.
This is not exactly an easy conference, an easy schedule that you have. How have you been able to keep everybody healthy, too, especially considering, football always takes a toll in the fall, but being able to keep them in good shape and keep them relatively healthy?
Yeah, we've been lucky so far. No injuries, and nobody's really been sick with anything. So keep them healthy just by, I don't know, hopefully it stays that way, I guess. That's all I can say about the health. But and like I said, we've been fortunate to not have any injuries right now. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen tonight.
And with not as many conference games, because of the SWC having 6 teams, you have to play more non-conference games. How do you try to use that to your advantage to be able to schedule really difficult opponents that test your team so that way you get a chance to win a conference championship?
Well, it's always good to play a quality opponent, and Cuba City's always a quality opponent. So, and it's nice to those non-conference games not to have to travel real far to do that. So, any challenge we get, we like. So, we're ready for the challenge at Cuba City tonight.
Young men, between the ages of 14 and 18 can be really difficult to keep focused on, especially when you come into a game with a Cuba City team. If you look at their record, they've struggled this year. How do you keep them to look at going, oh, we should just cakewalk them, knowing that their talent is a lot better than what their record says?
Yeah, they're 2-8, but if you look at the scores, they've lost a lot of close 2-point, 3-point games. So kids know that. Kids pay attention to scores. They know these kids too. So they know, we've told them, we've talked it, that 2-8 record, they're a much better team than 2-8.
Talk about your big three a little bit here for the Flying Arrows that maybe are not familiar with them, what they really bring to the table and how they've led this Flying Arrow squad.
Well, Taylor's been a 4-year starter, and the other 3 have pretty much been 3-year starters. And then you mix in some other quality seniors with them. It's a good thing to have. So the 3 leaders, the 3 do most of the scoring, and they're on the court most often, but it's those other kids come in and spell them and give them a break, the bench kids that make the difference too.
One final question for you, Coach. Keys to the game. What would you feel would be the main key for the Flying Arrows to get a win at Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium over the Cuba City Cubans?
Well, always quality defense will win you games, so we're going to lean on that, and we like to rebound the ball and go up the floor as quick as we can and get some easy buckets. So we live and die by that. So hopefully tonight we can live by getting some transition buckets.
Coach, it's a pleasure getting a chance to talk to you here in our Raleigh Chiefs pregame show. Look forward to seeing a great game, and hopefully we'll do this again in the postgame show as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much to head coach Brian Knapp of the Flying Arrows of Lancaster joining us here in our Raleigh Chiefs pregame show. More after this time out. It's non-conference boys basketball tonight. Lancaster at Cuba City on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 1.
Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese, wishing all area athletes successful seasons. Cheese is a great source of protein for school lunches or a snack before the big game. Stop in and try some of our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We have fresh cheese curds weekly and a wide variety of snacks and beverages, plus made-to-order cheese trays. Shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shellsburg.
This is Mike Phillips, president of Mound City Bank. For over 110 years, Mound City Bank has been locally owned and proud to serve our communities. While other banks change ownership, our commitment to you stays the same. We're not changing, we're growing with you. With convenient locations in Platteville, Belmont, Cuba City, Mineral Point, and Mount Horeb, Mound City Bank is proud to be part of your community. Call us today at 888-622-6069 and discover why we're proud to be here for you. Member FDIC.
In Game 1.
Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. High school boys basketball from Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium, as it is the Lancaster Flying Arrows visiting the Cuba City Cubans. Let's take a look at your injury report presented to you by Russell Law Offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. Trayton Fuhrer for the Cuba City Cubans. He is out for his second game in a row due to illness this evening. And for the Lancaster Flying Arrows, Brady Muldoon. He is out for the season due to an ACL tear suffered during football season. That is your injury report presented to you at Russell Law Offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. We'll give you the conference standings coming up in just a moment as we continue on with our Raleigh Cheese pregame show presented to you by Raleigh's Cheese House at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese right here on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 2.
You don't have to live with sinusitis discomfort and painful symptoms any longer. Trust the experience of ENT specialist Dr. Dale Chilson at Grant Regional Health Center, who offers innovative technology and the latest procedures, including CT-guided sinus surgery. Are you ready to find lasting relief from sinusitis to breathe easier? Call 608-723-2131 to schedule your appointment at our specialty clinic location in Lancaster today. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
Like any business, success in dairying is often determined by who you know rather than what you know. That's why it's good to know the pros at Fuller's, your Gia dealer. Fuller's is your source for the hygiene brand of products, as well as other dairy hygiene products. Make your operation more efficient and profitable, and get the most out of your dairy herd by partnering with the experts at Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your local Gia dealer in Lancaster, Richland Center, and FullersMilkerCenter.com.
Fuller's Milker Center.
In game 2.
Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Dubuque Super Hits 106 is KIYX FM, Sageville, Dubuque, Platteville, and Galena, a Queen Bee radio station. Miranda Satterley, our statistician. I'm John Satterley. Thank you for joining us here for high school boys basketball tonight on the stations of Queen Bee Radio. We have a couple other games already in progress on the Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. So tonight, going on in progress as we speak at halftime, Belmont leads Highland. That game is on X1071 as Belmont leads Highland halftime 22-21. Also in girls basketball this evening, we have Prairie du Chien, excuse me. It's Potosi Cassville leading River Ridge 24-16. You got Potosi Cassville leading River Ridge 24-16. So as we're talking about the Six Rivers West for girls basketball, let's go ahead and give you the standings for the Six Rivers West. Belmont at the top with a 6-1 conference mark coming into tonight's play. And again, they're leading Highland by 1. Speaking of Highland, they are tied for second with a 5-2 conference mark. They're tied with Schulzberg, who's also 5-2 in conference play. And Raina, you and I both have seen the Schulzberg Miners girls basketball program. They're a team that is a very lethal and can challenge for a lot.
They at least have the potential to be.
That they do. And then you have River Ridge. They are at 2-6 in conference play, 7-8 overall. So Belmont overall 8-5, Highland 9-4, Schulzberg 6-7, River Ridge 7-8, Potosi Castle they're at 2-6 in conference play, 5-10 overall. Then Benton 1-6, they are 1-13 overall. So let's stick with the Six Rivers East for girls basketball. Argyle, Pecatonica undefeated in conference play, 7-0, 13-1 overall. Albany Monticello, they are in Division 4 this year when it comes to the when it comes to the
success factor or something?
Yes, that would be exactly due to success factor. They are 6-1, 14-1 overall. So those two battling for the top. Then you have Barneveld, who was state runner-up last year, 5-2 in conference play, 8-6 overall. But we know how head coach Jimmy Myers likes to schedule up, and the Barneveld Golden Eagles are going to be a hard team to eliminate in the postseason. Then you have Blackhawk at 1-7, 4-8 overall, and Judah 0-7, 3-11 overall. Let's take a look at Swall girls. Darlington and Cuba City both 6-1 in conference play, tied for first. Darlington 10-3, Cuba City 9-6, and defending state champion. Mineral Point and Fenimore both at 5-2 in the Swall. This is for girls basketball. Mineral Point at 9-4 overall, Fenimore 11-5. Then you have Riverdale and Boscobel, also Iowa Grant, all at 2-5. Southwestern 0-7. And in the SWC, the Lancaster Flying Arrows at 13-1. They are 5-0 in conference play. One game behind them, the Platteville Hillman, 4-1, 13-3 overall. River Valley at 3-2 with a 9-6 record. Dodgeville 2-3, then 4-9 overall. Prairie du Chien at 1-4, 3-8 overall. And Richland Center 0-5, 3-14 overall. Now let's take a look at boys basketball for conference play. in the Six Rivers East. Barneveld on top, 6-1, 7-3 overall. That's a team that Lancaster defeated first game of the season. So Barneveld's been continuing to do well, pacing the Six Rivers East. Followed by Pecatonica at 4-3. And there's a logjam right in the middle. You can say logjam in the middle of the Six Rivers East. Pecatonica's 4-3, Argyle 3-4, Albany 3-5, Judah 3-5, Blackhawk 2-5, then Monticello 0-6.
That's a regular thing, having a log jam in the middle of these conferences.
Exactly. That's for the boys. For Six Rivers East and Six Rivers West, Potosi Cosville is at top of the conference at 6-0, 7-4 overall. Right on their heels, the Belmont Braves 6-1, 12-1 overall. So that's going to be a battle for the top there. Then you have Shullsbury at 4-2, River Ridge 4-3, Benton 4-4. They've been surging as of late, and the Highland Cardinals at 1-7. Swall Conference boys, the Darlington Redbirds atop the conference 4-0, 9-2 overall. They had their two hiccups that we had a chance that we saw. Well, one against Lodi, and then over at five-star form against the Monroe Cheesemakers. Southwestern 4-1, 11-2 overall. Mineral Point at 4-1, 8-3. So again, Cuba City keeping right up with those teams. Iowa Grant's at 3-2 in conference play, 7-4 overall. Fenimore 2-2, 0-6 overall. Boscobel, Cuba City, and Riverdale all searching for their first conference wins. And the SWC being paced by the Lancaster Flying Arrows with a 10-1 record overall, 4-0 in conference play. Richland Centers at 2-1 in conference play, 4-7 overall. Then River Valley and Platteville both at 2-2 in conference play. River Valley 7-5, 5-8 for the Platteville Hillmen. Dodgeville at 1-2, 7-6 overall. Again, another team. Head coach Matt McGraw always has the Dodgers ready to go. Then Prairie du Chien at 0-4, 1-12 overall. That's a look at your conference play. And your shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. As time for the colors of the game, presented to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. The Lancaster Flying Arrows with their road blue jerseys. Road blue jerseys with yellow trim and gold numerals. The Cuba City Cubans wearing their whole white uniforms with the black trim and gold numerals. Those are your colors of the game, presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Coming up in just a moment, we will have your starting lineup and your opening tip-off. The Raleigh Cheese pregame show, presented by Raleigh's Cheese House at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. Our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel live and archive coverage is powered by H&N Plumbing, Heating and Electrical, and Laley Center Monroe. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports is presented to you by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. It is the Lancaster Flying Arrows visiting the Cuba City Cubans here at Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium at Cuba City High School. Let's now go ahead and go courtside as we are ready for our national anthem.
We ask those who are able to stand, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart as Cuba City High School graduate Allie Krieger sings our national anthem. Bright
beautiful rendition of our country's national anthem here at Cuba City High School on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. It's time now for our starting lineup presented to you by Fuller's Milker Center. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. First visitors, the Lancaster Flying Arrows, coming into this contest 10-1, 4-0 in conference play. A 6'4" senior, number 1, Zach Hermson. A 6-foot senior, number 2, Brady Schmitz. A 5'11" senior, number 3, Dane Kaufman. A 6'1" senior, number 11, Taylor Williams. And a 6'1" senior, number 13, Anthony Bush. Head coach of the Flying Arrows, Brian Knapp. Now the starting line for the Cuba City Cubans. Coming into this contest with a 2-8 overall record, 0-4 in the Swall Conference, led by head coach Tanner Shavey. A 6'1" junior, number 3, Hudson Kieler. A 5'11" senior, number 5, Trevor Van Natta. A 6-foot junior, number 10, Cameron Guler. A 6'1" senior, number 14, Briggs Rundy. And a 6-foot sophomore, number 24, Landon Geyer. Those are your starting line presented to you by Fuller's Milker Center. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. As the opening tip-off is controlled by the Cuba City Cubans, going right to left as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Going away from us here as we see it from the stage at Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium.
We're used to this viewpoint, though.
I actually personally prefer it being on the stage. It's a little bit elevated, but really close to the action with part of it. It's almost kind of like sitting in the end zone for a football game. Left-hand side, Hudson Keeler for 3. No good. Rebound comes down to Zach Hermson for the Lancaster Flying Arrows on a steal after the rebound. And now the ball's going to be tied up, kicked back out, 3-ball launch. That's off front iron. No good by Landon Geyer. Offensive rebound, put back, too strong with the left hand by Briggs Rundy. And the rebound comes down to the Flying Arrows. Golden opportunities for Cuba City to score, but unable to. Now a drive, the left-hand layup is good for Zach Hermson. Hermson takes advantage for the Flying Arrows, makes it 2-0, 17:04 to play in this first half. Right-hand side, Cuba City setting up their offense, trying to dribble, drive, and dish. Right now, Lancaster able to cut that off, preventing Cuba City from getting into the lane. They're right now just kind of doing the weave out beyond the arc. Now dribble, drive in the lane. A discombobulating shot by Trevor Van Natta is no good. Rebound comes down to the Flying Arrows.
There have been many games where his little shots like that have gone in, so I don't blame him for trying.
Absolutely. As Zach Hermson will go to the line, being followed by Briggs Rundy on the drive. 2 free throws coming up here for Zach Hermson, who's coming into this contest averaging a little over 22 points per game. Back iron, no good on first free throw. Community First Bank for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. And by Cole Acres Golf and Grill, Cuba City, Cole Acres Golf and Grill.com. Second one is good for Zach Hermson, making it 3-0 Flying Arrows, 16:33 to play in this first half. Cuba City has had multiple opportunities, just haven't gotten the ball to go through the hoop at this moment. Landon Geyer between the circles. He'll drift off to the right side, handing it off to Van Natta. Van Natta against this man-to-man defense. He'll look to drive with the left hand. He'll stop. Thought about the shot from the left elbow. May have walked and got away with it.
Travel call.
Absolutely. I think he did move the pivot foot before actually passing the basketball. Looking down low, up with a layup. That is good. Hudson Keeler gets his first bucket of the contest, making it 3-2 in favor of the Flying Arrows. Under a little bit more than 2 minutes gone by in this first half, and a traveling violation is going to be called in the corner as Dane Kaufman took an extra step trying to get lined up. So many players, Raina, we've seen over the years that you see, especially in NBA, that they take that extra step and nobody looks at it as they're trying to get lined up.
Yeah, I've wondered about that myself in a lot of games over the years.
And here's a steal by Zach Hermson. He'll fly in. Finger roll is good. 5-2, Lancaster, 15:30 to play first half.
He's responsible for all the Flying Arrow points right now, right?
All the Flying Arrow points are from Zach Hermsen. Yep, dribble drive into the lane, kick right side. Thought about the open three. Now top of the wheel will be an open three. That's good. Cameron Kieler from downtown ties us at 5. 15-10 to play in this first half.
That's a good sign for the Cubans.
They needed that one big time.
Well, they need to keep pace.
Absolutely. Keep yourself in a position instead of digging yourself a hole and trying to crawl out of it every time. Taylor Williams gets at the free throw line before he kicks right side to Zach Hermsen. Out to the top of the wheel, Kaufman. He'll take the free throw line jumper. No good. Rebound loose. Picked up by Hermsen. Will go left side. Pump fake on the three, Williams. Williams being guarded by Cameron Kieler. Will reset and drift off to the right side now. He's being guarded by Landon Geyer. Now to the left wing. Dribble drive. Double team. Shot is up. No good. Offensive rebound. Put back. That's too strong by Taylor Williams. By Anthony Bush. Rebound comes down to the Cuba City Cubans. Tied at 5. 14-24 to play first half. Down low, a lot of bumping going on. A lot of bumping going on with Trevor Van Natta. He misses a shot, gets his own rebound. He'll kick it out. A 3-ball launch by Geyer. No good. Here come the Flying Arrows. Williams to the pass left side. The layup is good. Brady Schmitz makes it 7-5.
Some referee teams don't allow much bumping, and we'll see, I guess, how much they're going to allow.
Absolutely. That was both just literally lowering the shoulder into the chest, trying to find some kind of leverage. Left side, Van Natta dials up from distance and drains it. Trevor Van Natta from downtown gives Cuba City their first lead of the contest at 8-7, 13:40 to play in this first half. If Cuba City can drive and dish, that will be their best chance of getting buckets here this evening. Trapped in the corner with Schmitz. He'll kick it out to Kaufman, top of the wheel. Kaufman, couple of left-hand dribbles, will get to the right elbow. He'll pass it off. Pump fake on the long three is Williams. He'll drive to the elbow. Now left baseline. Schmitz for three. He'll answer. Brady Schmitz from downtown. He's averaging 6 points per game. He is 1 point away from that right now. He has 5. 10-8 in favor of the Flying Arrows. 13:08 to play in this first half. Now Hudson Kieler drives in the lane. Thought he was going to have a teammate, Briggs Rundy, in the corner. Instead, he was trying to post up, and it's a turnover out of bounds.
Love the Holton Collins in.
McNutt Electric of Belmont can assist you with all of your electrical needs. Whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential, Chip and his crew at McNutt Electric are on call and ready to help you. McNutt Electric, Belmont, and Clearbank with their 8 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin, where they say, we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Applied Micro, your computer and networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville, at appliedmicro.biz. Under 13 minutes to play first half, 10-8 in favor of the Flying Arrows. Zach Hermsen drives to the right elbow. He'll be fouled on the jumper. It looked like at first it was blocked by Briggs Rundy, but instead he got him on the elbow, and it will be his second personal foul. So Zach Hermsen will go to the line where he's 1 for 2 thus far in this contest. Zach Hermsen, the 6'4" senior, drains the first free throw. Rural Mutual agents John Regetz and Deneen Dahl with Regetz and Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them today at their office in Lancaster. Second one touches nothing but nylon for Zach Hermsen. He has 7. The lead is now 4 at 12-8. Flying Arrows, 12:45 to play in this first half. Right-hand side pump fake on the 3 is Trevor Van Natta, but he does pick up his dribble. Now into the game, Carson Collins. He'll pass left side to Kieler. Kieler has it 1-on-1. The defense is Taylor Williams. Hudson Kieler, a little bit of 1-on-1 ball right now, trying to find a teammate open. He'll get it over to Van Natta. Van Natta drives to the elbow. Step back 2 is up off left iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Zach Hermsen in the corner. He'll have an outlet to the front court, Dane Kaufman. He goes cross court. Williams thought about the 3. He'll drive, dish it back out to Brady Mack. Mack drive, ball knocked loose. It's on the floor. It's going to be kicked out of bounds, and it will be Cuba City basketball.
Kind of a crazy little,
Sequence
there. Thank you. I was blanking on the word.
That happens. That happens to be more often than I'd like to admit. Laley Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, at Laley Center Monroe. Under 12 minutes to play first half. 12-8 in favor of the Flying Arrows. Collins loses the handle. He'll go cross court. Van Natta trapped on the baseline. He'll just back it out and reset to Carson Collins. He's on the left wing. He'd been a starter most of the season. Last couple of games, he's now become the sixth man. On the left side,
Sometimes that provides a spark, and I think that's what Coach Shavey's looking for.
Absolutely. Van Natta to the left elbow. It's not who's your starters, realistically. It's who are the final five on the court when it matters most. Collins will dribble drive. Left elbow jumper is up. Bats nothing but net. Carson Collins pulls the Cubans within 2. 12-10 Lancaster. 11-10 to play first half. That's the spark right there that the Cubans are desperately searching for. 3-ball right side, missing everything is Zach Hermson. Rebound comes down to the Cubans. Collins quickly into the front court. Left-hand side, Kieler to the rack, and we're tied. Hudson Kieler, he has 4. We're tied at 12. 10:52 to play in this first half. On the right-hand side, Brady Schmitz. He will dribble drive. Ball gets poked away. Levelholtz cannot hold on to it. Now go into the left baseline. Now down low. Trying to find a spin move. Up and under. Getting everybody in the air is Dane Kaufman. He cannot follow through. And the rebound comes down to the Cubans. Collins with the outlet to Van Natta. Right side, Levelholtz for 3. Too strong. A rebound comes down to Brady Schmitz. And a loose ball foul is going to be called on Carson Collins. His first team's third. And that right there, Raina, was more of a frustration foul because it was just an outright two-arm shove.
Yep.
We are tied at 12 at Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium. 10:20 to play in this first half. Lancaster basketball. Hermson on the right side. Gets the interior pass to Mock. He will drive in the lane. Left-hand layup is not strong enough. Rebound comes down to the Cubans. Outlet down low. Now looking to kick it back out to Kieler. He has it on the left wing where he's double teamed. Now he'll be able to escape it, get to the left elbow. Now pass to the right side to Collins.
Keeler's not afraid to take those college and NBA threes either.
No, he is not, and he can drain them too. Spin move, Kieler in the lane. Up and under move. Now back out to Collins. Levelholtz baseline. He has one dribble. Now he'll pass it over to Kieler where it's knocked out of bounds by Taylor Williams. It'll remain Cuban basketball. Southwest Health has over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Edward Jones, Reeves Wealth Management in Platteville, and Utter Brothers Creamery in Boscobel. We're tied at 12, 9:38 to play in this first half. I almost want to say second half just because the other games here on Queen Bee Radio are in the second half. Right side, Collins with a basketball back to the top of the wheel. Dribble drive by Cameron Guler. Go left side. Long 2 is up. No good. Rebound comes down to the Lancaster Flying Arrows. Knocked away by Collins. Ball loose and picked up by Cummins. Vincent Cummins will get the steal. Kieler will kick it out left side. Guler for 3. Off front iron, no. Long rebound comes out to the Flying Arrows, one-on-one. Great defense by Kieler, forcing the errant shot by Taylor Williams. Offensive rebound, put back. Hermson is good. Zach Hermson with 9. The lead back to 2 for Lancaster. 14-12 Flying Arrows. 8:48 to play in this first half. Even though the scoring is not that high per se, both teams have been up and down the court. Left wing 3-ball by Kieler. Hudson Kieler from downtown.
Way downtown.
Cuba City 15. Lancaster 14. He hit that one probably from downtown Kieler. Dribble drive is Zach Hermson to the right side. Double team.
Just talking about those long threes.
Yep, double team on Williams. He will pass it left side to Brody Krubel. Now top of the wheel, little shake by Lucas Weber. Left side drive, ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Lancaster. The defense by the Cubans force another turnover. Grant Regional Health Center Ortho Team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Cuba City 15, Lancaster 14, 8 minutes to play in this first half. doing the weave out top for the Cubans. Left side, Kieler now top of the wheel. Cameron Guler. Guler drives with the left hand, kicks to the baseline. 3 ball is launched. That's off front iron. No good by Landon Geyer. Rebound comes down to the Flying Arrows. Front court, Hermson. He'll drive, spin move in the lane, off glass. Good and a foul. Zach Hermson, just like a hot knife through butter, carving up the Cuban defense, and he will go to the line for a potential 3-point play.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of that tonight.
Well, he's averaging
attacking.
Well, he's averaging over 20 points per game. It's kind of a solid bet. And now another solid bet is that Carson Collins will go to the bench for a while as he just picked up his second personal. 4 team fouls for Cuba City, but they're on 2 players, Briggs Rundy and Carson Collins, each with 2 fouls apiece. Now Zach Hermson, his free throw is nothing but net. 17-15 in favor of the Lancaster Flying Arrows. 7:35 to play in this first half. Dribble drive in the lane, Van Natta, left-hand side. It goes to Guler. Guler almost loses the handle on it. Trying to find somewhere to go with it. The ball is tipped. And are they going to call a foul or are they going to call a timeout? I think it's going to be it is going to be a foul on Taylor Williams. His first and the Flying Arrows' first team foul. It's Lancaster 17 and Cuba City 15, 7:23 to play. Till the McNutt
that
Electric.
Went on Brody Krubel, actually.
Oh, okay, they did change it.
They did.
Okay. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just going with the official. It looked like he put up 2 ones.
No, it was 1-2.
Well, then maybe my angle was off then.
Sorry,
Left side.
I was lip reading.
There you go. I wasn't. I was just looking at the numbers put up. Fadeaway jumper, no good by Van Natta. Rebound comes down to the Flying Arrows, up by 2 and the basketball. Dribble drive by Schmidt, trying to shake and bake on Cameron Guler. He'll go to the baseline, all the way to the rack, off glass, no good. Rebound comes down to the Flying Arrows, up again. Lucas Weber, second time as a charm, making it 19-15. Flying Arrows, 6:48 to play in this first half.
Good job by him to stay with it.
Absolutely, because the first attempt looked like he was fouled too,
and
with all the
was
traffic.
Close to traveling.
Yes. Dribble drive right side to the top of the wheel. Jonas Teasdale, who's into the contest. Now Geyer, double teamed at the right elbow. Now baseline 3 is up off the top of the backboard, and Cuba City will get it out near midcourt. Looking down low, had a cutter. That is going to be Van Natta. He's trapped. Kick it out left side. 3 ball away. No good by Teasdale. Rebound comes down to the Flying Arrows. Looking down court, that's Kaufman to the right side. Baseline 3 is up. That is good. Lucas Weber dialing up from distance. It is now 22-15 in favor of the Flying Arrows. 6 minutes to play in this first half.
This is what Coach Shavey kind of talked about in his pregame interview. Blinking, they're down 7.
Exactly. That is what just happened after just being up 15-14. So an 8-0 run by the Flying Arrows. Dribble drive, Leffelholtz. Kick left side. Pump fake on the pass. Now looking down low, Leffelholtz. He'll kick it back out. 3 ball right side. No good. Rebound to the Flying Arrows. A golden opportunity. Leffelholtz was wide open down low.
He was right under the basket.
He's still open down low. Now it looked down low, up with a shot. It's Hermson, off glass and good. He made room, and he had an opening down low, and timeout is going to be called by Cuba City. 24-15 in favor of the Flying Arrows. 5:20 to play in this first half. 30-second timeout. We will keep it right here. Remind you that Century 21 affiliated in Boscobel. Watch and see Bobby, Joe, Hans, Allison, and Richard for all of your real estate needs. Century 21, Boscobel. Visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help with your next roofing or siding project. The Melby Funeral Home and Crematory Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt and Laura Melby at the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory, Platteville. And Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center, Bloomington. And Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville has the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. This has been a 10-0 run by the Lancaster Flying Arrows to make it 24-15. with 5:10 to play in this first half. Cuba City looking for an answer. Van Natta, right side. He gets double teamed. He'll back it out and reset the offense. He spin moves. Now a beautiful crossover. Free throw line jumper is up. Off to the left side. No good. Rebound comes down to the Flying Arrows. It's Schmitz into the front court. He'll hand right side Williams. Williams will dribble drive to the elbow. Now a 3-ball left wing is nothing but net for Brady Schmitz. He has 8. The lead is now 27-15 in favor of Lancaster. 4:37 to play in this first half. Now Van Natta to answer with a 3 of his own. Trevor Van Natta, his second 3 of the first half. And that breaks a 13-0 run for the Lancaster Flying Arrows. Up with the left hand. That is somehow good. My goodness. Brady Schmitz. It looked like it was short, but the spin on it was able to hook the rim just enough.
Roll.
It was just enough to get it back up over the rim, and it's now 29-18. Dribble drive by the Cubans, up with a shot in the lane. No good by Hudson Kieler, but he will be fouled, as Brody Krubel will be called for his second personal team foul, number 2. What a play by Brady Schmitz on this end of the court. Now
Got the friendly roll.
Yes, he did. Normally they'd call it the friendly home bounce, but it was friendly to the road player in this case. Free throw by Kieler is good, and West End Salvage of Lancaster wants you to see Junkyard Joe Krantz of the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. And Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington. Both free throws are good for Hudson Kieler. It's Lancaster 29 and Cuba City 20 under 4 minutes to play until the McNett Electric halftime report. To the top of the wheel, spin move, attempted spin move by Lucas Weber. Instead, he'll pass it off to Dane Kaufman. Kaufman into the lane among 4 white jerseys. Off back iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Kieler for the Cubans. Looking to cut into this 9-point deficit. Left side, dribble drive into the lane. Up with a finger roll. No good by Carson Collins. Rebound comes down to the Flying Arrows. Quickly into the front court. Up with the right hand layup. No good, too strong. That by Taylor Williams. And the rebound comes down to the Cubans. Then it's stolen away. Up with a shot off glass. That is good by Dane Kaufman. Kaufman's first bucket of the contest gives an 11-point lead to the Flying Arrows, 31-20, 3:15 to play in this first half. Now Cuba City on offense. Right-hand side, Landon Geyer to Collins, top of the wheel. He gets triple team at the right elbow. Kicks it over. 3-ball off left iron, no good by Geyer. Rebound comes down to the Lancaster Flying Arrows. Flying Arrows front court, Williams, left side. That goes to Kaufman. Kaufman trapped in the baseline. Now he'll spin through the defense. Up with a shot. No. But a foul is going to be called on Carson Collins, and he just got teed up. Carson Collins called for his 3rd personal foul, and now he just got called for a technical foul, and that will also be counted as a personal foul too. That will be foul number 4. So a technical foul on Carson Collins. Free throws up and no good for Dane Kaufman.
Understand he's frustrated, but I'm not surprised by that technical call.
I am not either. You don't yell, oh my God, so loud that, you know the official knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, in your head. That's where it should stay.
If you're saying it more about yourself, saying, you'll be given leeway.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be given leeway on some of the things you say, but how you say,
just a clap of the
right?
hands
But how you say it and where you direct it in is something that was a big no-no.
Yep, and he'll sit now for a while, probably the rest of the half, and probably a good part of the second half.
He may. So a technical foul called on Carson Collins. That was his 3rd personal, if I remember right, in high school. Yes, and now there we go. 4 personal fouls on Carson Collins. He may just be done for the rest of the game as far as Coach Shavey is concerned. It's 34-20 in favor of Lancaster. 2:35 to play this first half. 3-ball up, no good by Herbson. And a rebound comes down, and a foul is going to be called on Lancaster, and that's going to go on Dane Kaufman. His first team foul, number 3, as that garners the Bronx cheer. here at Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium. 2:30 to play, first half, 34-20, the Flying Arrows. Right side, pump fake on the 3 by Van Natta. He'll give it to Kieler in the lane. His shot gets partially blocked by Taylor Williams. Here come the Flying Arrows in transition. 3-on-2, all the way to the rack. Off glass, no good by Williams. Rebound comes down to Van Natta. Cubans in transition, right side. Kieler to the rack. No good. It's good and a foul. I think it went in.
I don't think it did.
Foul regardless on Zach Hermson, his first. Team foul number 4.
Yeah, I don't think that went in.
Yep, you're right. Kieler is going to the line. This is where the hoop is on the far end, and the net did move. Was not exactly sure if it went in or not.
I would not have been surprised if they'd have called that offensive either.
I agree.
It was hard to tell whether it was really set.
Yep, Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialists. Get the job done right. They are the pros for unexpected dings or major repair projects. Head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint Lancaster. Both free throws by Hudson Kieler are good. 22 points for the Cubans, 34 for the Flying Arrows. It's a 12-point Cuban deficit. Dribble drive to the left side, pump fake on the 3. Hermson kicks it out top of the wheel. 3-ball launch will be way short by Schmitz. Offensive rebound, however. Put back and good by Dane Kaufman. He has 5. 36-22, about 45 to play until halftime. Pass to the right side, almost stepping on the sideline, was Cameron Guler. Now Kieler tries to drive. He gets double teamed. Kick to the left side. Van Natta had a quick opening, but he lost the handle of the ball. Now he'll dribble to the free throw line. Jump shot is up, no good. Rebound Taylor Williams. Flying Arrows on offense to the elbow. Gets to the free throw line. Now passing it over to the there'll be a dribble drive by Zach Hermson. He will be tied up, and the possession arrow will keep it with Lancaster.
Good job by Guler.
Absolutely.
To get in there with the hands and not get fouled.
Breckler Insurance Group. For all of your insurance needs, see Steve Landowski at Breckler Insurance Fenimore. Breckler Insurance, serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. And WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler and at WCC-brands.com. Buck 18 to play till the McNett Electric halftime report. 36-22 the Flying Arrows. In the lane, tough shot off glass. Good by Dane Kaufman. 38-22 the Flying Arrows. 1:05 to play until the McNett Electric halftime report. Cuba City trying to not go any more in the hole, right on the sideline.
But we can't see that from here, though.
Right. Close enough for us to look. The official was right there, but closer than I would like it to be.
Right.
Dribble drive in the lane, up with a shot. It's good. Trevor Van Natta with a beautiful shot, fading out of bounds. 38-24. Lancaster's lead is 14. 35 seconds to play till the McNett Electric halftime report. Dane Kaufman now will slow it down, standing on the C in Cubans at center court. Now he'll take a step back with 25 seconds to play until halftime. Mack with the basketball, giving it to Hermson with the fadeaway jumper is good. Zach Hermson putting on a show. 40-24, 10 seconds to play until halftime. Right side, Van Natta. He'll get the ball poked away from behind. It's stolen. 2-1. Layup is good. Dane Kaufman with the layup as the time expires in the first half. For your score, the Lancaster Flying Arrows 42. The Cuba City Cubans 24. Your halftime report coming away in a moment, presented to you by McNett Electric of Belmont, where they can assist you with all of your electrical needs. Whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential, Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you. McNett Electric, Belmont. It is Lancaster 42, Cuba City 24. Back with the McNett Electric halftime report after this timeout on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 3, People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors, combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
In Game 3.
Dubuque Super Hits 106 on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. 42-24 in favor of the Lancaster Flying Arrows. Coming up, we'll have your Stats of the Half presented to you by Dodgeville Tax and Accounting and Arena El Satterley CPA with offices in Dodgeville and in Gratiot. Go online, DodgevilleTax.com for more information. But first, let's give you your Shoebox Scoreboard update presented to you by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. A thriller that Tyler Dictanis had this evening on our stations of Queen Bee Radio. See, this game I'm going to talk about was on 97.7 Country WGLR. Potosi Cassville defeats River Ridge 41-40. A thriller there that with the call Tyler Dictanis, as Potosi Cassville was leading 35-33 with under 6 minutes to play in the game, and they hold on for a 41-40 victory. Also this evening on the station of Queen Bee Radio, Rob Spangler had the Belmont Braves and Highland Cardinals. Highland gets the upset victory this evening, defeating the Belmont Braves 43-39 there, if I can say it right. 43-39 in Six Rivers West girls basketball. So with the win, the Highland Cardinals now edge ahead of the Belmont Braves due to head-to-head as Belmont falls to 6-2. Highland now at 6-2. So those are your halftime score updates presented to you by the Shoebox in Black Earth. We'll have your stats coming your way after this timeout. Here it's Lancaster 42 and Cuba City 24 on Dubuque Super Hits 106 on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 4. From small-town businesses to large multi-state operations, Tricor Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance have industry expertise that can cover all types of businesses.
Having an insurance agency that understands our business is a real benefit. They know our people. It's something Tricor does really well.
Tricor's in-depth knowledge of insurance, regulation, compliance, and safety consulting is here to help your business succeed. Working with leading insurance companies like Auto Owners Insurance. They'll be there when you need them most. Visit TricorInsurance.com to learn more about Tricor Insurance Cycle of Care.
Hi, this is Doug Dolter with Dubuque Mattress. Mattresses are not something that you should have to unbox and set up yourself. Frankly, they're cumbersome. That's why at Dubuque Mattress, we deliver, set up, and get rid of the old mattress for you. And it's not just for people in Dubuque. We deliver just about anywhere. Chicago, Des Moines, Minneapolis, Kansas City, or anywhere in between. So, when it's time for you to get a new mattress, let Dubuque Mattress take care of all of it for you. Dubuque Mattress, for the rest of your life.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
In Game 4.
Dubuque Super Hits 106 is KIYX FM, Sageville, Dubuque, Platteville, and Galena. With Arena Satterley, I'm John Satterley. Thank you for joining us from Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium, where it's the McNett Electric Halftime Report. Presented to you by McNett Electric of Belmont from Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium. 42-24 Lancaster leading Cuba City. Let's take a look at your halftime stats presented to you by Dodgeville Tax and Accounting and Arena El Satterley CPA with offices in Dodgeville and in Gratiot. Go online, DodgevilleTax.com, to see how Arena can help keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket during this upcoming tax season. First, let's go for the Cuba City Cubans, 4 of 14 from two-point range for 29%. They were also 4 of 14 from three-point range, 29%. So you guessed it, 29% from the field, 8 of 28. 4 of 4 from the free throw line, as Hudson Kieler's the leading scorer in that first half for the Cuba City Cubans, as he had paced him with 11 points, 8 points for Trevor Van Natta, 3 points for Cameron Guler, and 2 points for Carson Collins. But he will be sitting for quite some time with 4 personal fouls, including a technical foul. The Lancaster Flying Arrows in that first half, they were 13 of 24, 54% from two-point range. They minimized their three-point shooting, as in they only shot 5 three-pointers in that first half, but they made 3 of them, 60% from three-point range. So far for the game, 16 of 29, 55% from the field for the Flying Arrows. What?
So you know what I call that?
Huh.
Disciplined shot selection.
I would agree. 7 of 9 from the free throw line. So they were able to get to the charity stripe. Not a ton, but enough to make a difference. Zach Hermson, especially with his driving to the lane. Then you take a look at the defensive stats. Rebounding. Lancaster out-rebounded Cuba City 21-11. 16 defensive rebounds to 5 offensive rebounds for the Lancaster Flying Arrows. 8 defensive, 3 offensive for the Cubans. And realistically, both teams held onto the ball. Considering how physical and demanding that first half was, both held onto the ball pretty respectfully. 5 turnovers for Lancaster and 4 for Cuba City. In your halftime score, 42-24. Those are your halftime stats presented to you by Dodgeville Tax and Accounting and Arena El Satterley CPA with offices in Dodgeville and in Grafton. Call 608-930-7500 to make an appointment today to see how Arena can help keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket during tax season. Back with more McNett Electric Halftime Report after this timeout on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 5, contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
This is Mike Phillips, president of Mound City Bank. For over 110 years, Mound City Bank has been locally owned and proud to serve our communities. While other banks change ownership, our commitment to you stays the same. We're not changing, we're growing with you. With convenient locations in Platteville, Belmont, Cuba City, Mineral Point, and Mount Horeb, Mound City Bank is proud to be part of your community. Call us today at 888-622-6069 and discover why we're proud to be here for you. Member FDIC.
Watch live and archived H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical and Lady Center Monroe High School Sports video coverage all season on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Get the latest schedule at AM1590WPBL.com.
In Game 5.
Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Your score at halftime is 42-24 in favor of the Lancaster Flying Arrows. That is your halftime report. Presented to you by McNett Electric of Belmont. They can assist you with all of your electrical needs. Whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you. McNett Electric, Belmont. The second half is next on Dubuque Super Hits 106.
In Game 6.
Hello, Mitch here from Kieler Family Dental. There's never been a better time to explore what's possible for you and your family at our 3 state-of-the-art facilities. From routine dental care to same-day crowns to clear aligners, veneers, and implants, we cover a wide spectrum of dental services. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Start the new year saving money by shopping at Tammy's Piggly Wiggly in Galena. Right now, certified Angus beef sirloin tip or eye of round roasts, $5.99 a pound. Certified Angus beef New York strip steak, $12.99 a pound. And bone-in country style pork ribs, $1.69 a pound. At Tammy's Piggly Wiggly, the butchers cut and hand trim all their meat daily and specially grind all hamburger twice daily, so it's always fresh. Check out shopthepig.com for weekly specials and select Galena, Illinois. Tammy's Piggly Wiggly in Galena.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig.
In Game 6.
Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. We're ready to start the second half of action. Well, at least the players are.
Wondering where the referees are.
Yeah, the officials have not gotten the memo that they need to come out for the second half. As they get a cheers. Hey, you could be in a good conversation. And, well, we've seen it, though, too, Raina, where...
they need a break, too.
Well, not just that, but, normally there's somebody that kind of says, hey, guys, 2 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Something like that.
Like a game manager type of contract.
Absolutely. And, well, Obviously, somebody didn't say, hey, 2 minutes. It was now.
Right.
And speaking of now, we resume play here at Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium. Cuba City will start off with the basketball. Looking down low. Hudson Kieler up off glass. It is good. He has 13 to lead the Cubans, 42-26. The Cubans trail by 16. Lancaster with Zach Hermson. He has 18 himself, has a basketball now on the left-hand side. Thought about the three was Taylor Williams back to Hermson. Down low, Kaufman. He spins in the lane. Tough undershot, no good. Rebound ripped away by the Flying Arrows. Anthony Bush. Ball will be now stolen by Cuba City. Van Natta to the front court, left side. 3-ball launch. That's good. Landon Geyer down up from distance. A quick 5-0 spurt for the Cubans. Is now 42-29 Lancaster. 45 seconds into the second half. Front court, Hermson, right wing. He'll toss it over to Williams. Now Williams will get it back on a quick give and go. To the left side, Kaufman. Now to Schmitz. Schmitz gets double teamed, kick to the left side. Dribble drive, Kaufman. Pass, Hermson. Top of the wheel, 3. Book it! Zach Hermson with 21. 45-29. Lancaster, 1:15 gone by in the second half. Beautiful move by the Cubans. Dribble drive, Guler. He'll kick it back out right side. 3-ball launch. That's no good by Landon Geyer. Rebound is loose and picked up by the Flying Arrows. Here comes Kaufman into the front court, into the lane. Euro step. Shot is up. Good, and a foul. What a play by Dane Kaufman. Trevor Van Natta will be called for his first personal foul, and the scoop by Dane Kaufman was unreal. Community First Bank for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. Kaufman cannot cash in on the free throws. The score remains 47-29. The Flying Arrows leading by 18. Free throw line. Now the ball's knocked away and stolen. Here come the Flying Arrows in the front court. Williams past the left side. Hermson. The left-hand layup is good. 49-29, the Arrows. Now on the other end, Kieler with a left-hand layup on his own. He has 15, 49-31 in favor of the Flying Arrows. Now the ball knocked away and stolen by the Cubans. Into the front court, left side. Thought about the three was Kieler. Now it'll be baseline, the 3-ball. That's good. Cameron Guler's second three of the contest. 49-34. Lancaster with the lead, but the Cubans are not going away without a fight. In the front court, right side. That's going to be a drive in the lane, off glass. No good by Dane Kaufman. Here come the Cubans, front court. Oh, beautiful move. Kieler with the left-hand layup is good.
That was a nice move.
Hudson Kieler cutting the deficit to 13, 49-36. As this has now been a quick 7-0 spurt over the last 1 minute by the Cuba City Cubans.
Flying Arrows trying to slow it down a little bit now.
That they are. The Cubans almost seem like they're liking the more up-tempo
the
pace.
run and gun.
Right side, Hermson, long 2, off front iron, no. Rebound tipped around, it's loose. The Cubans come away with it. Into the front court, Rundy, kick out. It's a 3-ball right side, Van Natta! Trevor Van Natta nails it, timeout. Lancaster will take one as well. Lancaster 49, Cuba City 39 on Dubuque Super Hits 106.
In Game 7. Here at Super Hits 106, we love giving you a great mix of music, entertainment, and of course, prizes. If you participate in any of our giveaways and contests...
All right, listen up. Before we go any further, I'm going to lay down a few rules. Number 1.
Contests are generally open to U.S. residents 18 years or older and reside within our terrestrial listening area. Other age restrictions may apply.
Number 2.
You can only win once per 30 days or once per promotion or contest.
Number 3.
Employees, agents, and affiliates of the station, Queen Bee Radio Incorporated, Morgan Murphy Media, contest sponsors, other radio, television, and print advertising companies are ineligible to win. Other restrictions apply. No purchase necessary.
Number 4.
All entries, completed or blank, any and all material pertaining to a contest are the property of Queen Bee Radio. Prize winners have 30 days to pick up their prize at the Queen Bee Radio offices. 51 Means Drive in Platteville, Wisconsin, 53818. Bring your ID. A signature may be required. Unclaimed prizes will be disposed of at the discretion of Queen Bee Radio. All decisions are final. Winners are responsible for all taxes, fees, usage charges, tariffs, and other fees associated with their prize. Queen Bee Radio makes no guarantee of any awarded prize and is released from all liability. A full list of our general contest rules can be found online at superhits106.com or at the Queen Bee Radio offices. Keep listening for your next chance to win.
I said, am I the winner? My God, I can't believe it.
I love you guys.
In Game 7.
Cuba City has already scored 15 points in the second half. They had 24 the entire first half, and we are just 3:20 into the second half. It is 49-39 in favor of the Flying Arrows. Hermson's blocked from behind. Nope, it's going to be a jump ball. Possession will stay with Lancaster. The Flying Arrows side, they wanted a foul, but
of course they did. It looked to me like it was all ball.
But it was a good jump ball call.
It was, absolutely.
Because it got all ball from behind.
Yep.
And just because, Mr. Hermson, he's 6'4", so he is towering over pretty much everybody else on the court. Lancaster with the basketball out of the timeout. Dribble drive in the lane. Williams trying to find somewhere to go, and a foul to be called on Cuba City. Ton of contact. There's a ton of contact there. It seemed like something needed to be called. Whether you agree with the call or not, it seemed like something had to be. Beautiful pass inside. No good on the layup, but the offensive rebound put back. That one goes home. Anthony Bush gets his first points of the contest. And now full court press put on by Lancaster, catching the Cubans off guard. Now they break it here right up toward us. Oh, what a pass from behind! But unable to do anything with it. Landon Geyer behind the back almost dove right into our Ayers Furniture broadcast booth.
I'm still in shock.
I know, and it went right to one of his teammates. Kieler on the left wing. He'll reset, floating out toward midcourt. Now we'll go to Van Natta. He is at midcourt. 13:48 to play, second half. Now three-ball launch. Off front iron, no. Offensive rebound, put back Rundy. It's blocked, put back again. This time it's good. Brings Rundy's first point to the contest. Bring it back to a 10-point deficit for the Cubans. 51-41, 13:30 to play until our postgame show presented to you by Tri-State Roofing. Right side, that is Zach Hermson. He'll hand it off to Bush. Bush double-teamed. Now to Kaufman. Kaufman drifts back. Looks like kind of a matchup zone being played.
Yep.
Here. Probably a box and one with trying to stop Zach Hermson. He has the ball in the lane. 3 white jerseys around him. It doesn't matter. Zach Hermson scores anyway. He has 25. The lead is 12, 53-41 in favor of the Flying Arrows. Into the lane. The jumper is up and no good by Cameron Guler. Rebound snatched away by Brady Schmitz. He'll dribble it into the front court for the Flying Arrows. Beautiful crossover. Gets to the free throw line. Now he goes all the way to the hoop. Underhand layup is good by Brady Schmitz as he was able to get underneath the arm of a Cuban defender. Now the ball gets knocked out of bounds. It will be Cuba City basketball. McNett Electric of Belmont can assist you with all of your electrical needs, whatever they need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew, McNett Electric, are on call and ready to help you. McNett Electric Belmont. Clearbank with their 8 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin where they say we can do that. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And Cuba City Collision and Repair is recommended by a long list of satisfied customers. See Joel Groom, Brian Cohn, and the crew at Cuba City Collision and Repair. 12:25 to play, second half. Into the lane. Rundy goes through the defense. The jump stop, the layup, it's good. Rundy with 4. 55-43 in favor of Lancaster. Flying Arrow basketball, 3-ball left baseline. That misses everything, but it's an offensive rebound for Lucas Weber, who is behind everybody. Got the right place, right time for the Arrows. Into the lane. Shot is up. It's good, but they're going to say no shot. There's a foul first. Foul will go on Landon Geyer, his second, team foul number 3. Lancaster Auto Body in Lancaster specialize in top quality collision repair, leaving your vehicle looking as good as new. Lancaster Auto Body, where they say we meet by accident. See them at LancasterAutoBodyLLC.com.
That's clever.
Now into the lane. It'll be a pass out of bounds, trying to get to Hermson on the baseline. Applied Micro is your computer and networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville. AppliedMicro.biz. Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City. ColeAcresGolfandGrill.com. And your rural mutual insurance agents, John Regas and Deneen Dahl at Regas Insurance Group. Up with a shot in the lane. No good after beating the press. Lancaster will get the rebound. Now it's stolen, and the layup, that's going to be good. Cameron Guler, he has 8.
He is so sneaky.
He is. He was able to get a steal in the backcourt and get the layup to go. 55-45, the Cubans. And it will be a palming of the basketball call on Lancaster. It's a turnover. We were saying Rural Mutual Insurance, John Ragetz and Deneen Dahl with Ragetz & Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them today at their office in Lancaster. And Lately Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, at Lately Center Monroe. And the ball will go, almost out of bounds. I actually think it hit Coach Shavey and kept it in bounds. The ball will be blocked away, and it will stay Cuba City basketball. Southwest Health has over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services, southwesthealth.org. Inbound comes in to the baseline. Triple team out with a shot. Kieler, no, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, providing exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Foul on Hermson, his second, team foul number 1 of the second half. Keeler's first free throw's up, and it is good. Edward Jones, Reeves Wealth Management in Platteville. Utter Brothers Creamery in Boscobel. Century 21 affiliated in Boscobel. See Bobby, Joe, Hans, Allison, and Richard for all of your real estate needs. Century 21 in Boscobel. Timeout is going to be called after the Hudson Kieler free throw make. We'll keep it right here with 11:08 to play in the second half. The Cubans have trimmed a 20-point deficit down to 8, 55-47. Cunis, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram of Platteville powers our audio stream of today's broadcast. The Cunis Service Department cares for all makes and models and is open Monday through Saturday. Head to Cunis in Platteville. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Drury and the gang a call at TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Carver's Hardwood Flooring for hardwood flooring, stair installation, and refinishing needs. Call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton, and Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best. Rob and the crew, see them for full service repair on cars and light trucks too. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best in Fenimore. Plus Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and at sloans.com. 11 minutes to play in the second half, 55-47. Lancaster holding on to an 8-point lead, plus they have the basketball. Zach Hermson with 25 points. He has the basketball to the top of the key. That is Brady Mack. Mack gets to the elbow, loses the handle, picks up his dribble, tries to find a teammate. He will get over to the left wing to Zach Hermson. Hermson, he'll dribble drive baseline, gets trapped, kicks it back out to Mack. Mack cross-court pass, drive in the lane, losing the handle. It's a steal by Cuba City. Into the front court come the Cubans, now slowing it down will be Cameron Guler. Down in the lane, Rundy off glass. Briggs Rundy pulls the Cubans to within 6. 55-49, 10:20 to play in this second half. What seemed to be a runaway Lancaster win has now turned into a 2-possession game. In the front court on the left-hand side is Dane Kaufman. Kaufman spin into the lane. It gets double teamed. Kicks to the corner. 3-ball on its way. That's good! Big 3-point field goal for Lucas Weber. He has 8. The lead is 9. 58-49. Lancaster under 10 minutes to play. Second half into the front court. Up to the glass. No good. Out of bounds. Cuba City will hold on to the possession. People's State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their convenient area locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com, member FDIC. And Bouse Electric, call Brad Adrian, Josh Busher at Bouse Electric, Lancaster, and Fenimore. 3-ball off the inbound pass is good for Landon Geyer, his second of the half. 58-52, the Cubans within 6. Hermson on the left-hand side. He'll float it to the baseline. Dribble drive by Brody Krubel into the lane, floating one-hander. The bank is open. It's off glass and good. 60-52. Lancaster with an 8-point advantage. Ball loose in the backcourt. He'll be kept alive by Cuba City, but they're going to need to get it across the timeline quickly. They do. It's Van Natta, top of the wheel. He'll drift to the right side. 3-ball up, front iron, no. Offensive rebound, Van Natta near the 3-point arc. Briggs Rundy, quadruple teamed. Kick to the left side, 3. Back rim, no. Rundy mistimes his jump, and the rebound comes down to Lancaster's Brady Mack. Front court, Hermson, left side. Big step into the lane, off glass, no good. Rebound comes down to Briggs Rundy. The ball is loose on the line. It will be Cuba City basketball. Gary's Pest Control of Dickeyville salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control, over 40 years of professional, friendly service. Applied Micro, your computer networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville, and appliedmicro.biz. Coal Acres Golf and Grill, Cuba City, and coalacresgolfandgrill.com, and WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler, and WCC-brands.com. Breaking the press, Rundy dishing it off to the left side. Almost as traveled by Cameron Guler. Said he'll get out to Van Natta. Van Natta gets the ball poked away from behind, and he'll be called for a foul as he lost his balance and ran into the Lancaster Flying Arrow. He had the right idea. He just couldn't stop leaning.
Got it poked away from him from behind. That didn't help.
Breckler Insurance Group. For all of your insurance needs, see Steve Landowski at Breckler Insurance Fenimore. Breckler Insurance, serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. 60-52. Lancaster has an 8-point advantage with 8:25 to play in the second half. Thought about a baseline three. Was Brody Schmitz, but the ball is now stolen away. Here come the Cubans into the front court. Kieler to the rack. The layup is good. Hudson Kieler. He has 10 in the second half. 21 for the game. 60-54. Cuba City within 6 once again. Taylor Williams will drive. Pass left side. Hermsen. Offside iron, no good. And a foul is going to be called on Cuba City, it looks like.
Probably Rundy.
Probably Briggs Rundy, yes, for hooking down low. That'll be his third personal foul. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. And Laley Center Monroe, call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson at Laley Center Monroe. Inbound pass, knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say it's Cuba City basketball.
I think they got a call there.
I think you're right.
Russell had the deny hand up.
Russell offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington, but the official on the other side did not correct him, so he might have actually had it right. Just from our angle, it was far away and the back was turned.
It's possible.
Not like right here, foot on the line, out of bounds.
I was going to say maybe Guler touched it and it hit the other player's hand and then went.
Yep, could have been, but there Cameron Guler was right in front of Cuba City's coach, Shavey, and it was just because his pivot foot just slid just enough. 7:45 to play, second half. Lancaster 60, Cuba City 54. Lancaster is led by as many as 20. Now driving to the lane, off glass, no. Rebound loose, picked up by Cuba City. It was 49-29 in favor of Lancaster earlier this half. Now Cuba City looking to pull into a possession game. Kick out to the left side. Three ball right in front of us. Good! Landon Geyer pulls the Cubans within 3. Lancaster 60, Cuba City 57, 7:10 to play. Spin move in the lane, block shot, but there was a lot of contact.
There was.
That will be a foul on Cuba City.
On
Cameron Guler will be called for his first. Team foul number 5. As Dane Kaufman will go to the line, he will shoot 2. He has 11 on the game. Make it 12 after that made free throw. Bryan's Auto Body and Paint Specialists get the job done right. As the pros at Bryan's, the place to go for unexpected dings or major repair projects. Head to Bryan's Auto Body and Paint, Lancaster. Second one is true as well for Dane Kaufman. He has 13. Lancaster 62, Cuba City 57.
Changed to a half-court trap.
7 minutes to play in this second half. Top of the wheel, pro range 3, left way short on the 3 attempt by Landon Geyer into the front court. Offensive foul. Wipe off the basket by Dane Kaufman. But they're going to say he used his free hand to shove off. Cuba City fans here at Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium love it. Lancaster fans that flew from the area, they are jeering it. Very difficult.
I can't say one way or the other. I didn't see it.
It's a very difficult 50-50 call.
Yep.
Regardless, Cuba City has the ball, down 5, 6:40 to play, second half. Left side, step back, thought about the 3, was Guler. He will have a jump pass, right side, pump fake on the 3. Dribble drive by Landon Geyer, loses the handle. Now Van Natta into the lane, spins around, gets contact off glass. Trevor Van Natta with 13. 62-59, Lancaster leading with 6:20 to play in this one. Right side, pump fake on a 3. Dribbling down is Lucas Weber. Kicks out left side. Now goes to Kaufman on the wing. Gets to the free throw line where he hands off. Back to Weber. Weber in the lane. Jump pass right side. Now another drive. Lancaster, the layup. No good. Offensive rebound put back. That is good. Lucas Weber with 10. 64-59. Cubans trail by 5.
Trip press again.
So, maybe right in front of us, Zach Hermson trying to get a timeout called for one of his teammates tying his shoe. Now diving for it and losing real estate for Lancaster. That was Lucas Weber again, yes. But it'll be off of him. It will be Cuba City basketball. Timeout going to be called by Cuba City, and this will be a full one. We'll take it as well. 64-59, Lancaster leads. 5:38 to play in the second half on Dubuque Super Hits 106.
In game 8.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors, combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
In game 8.
Hermson's Ace Hardware in Home Center, Bloomington, and Hermson's Ace Hardware, the bottom of Main in Platteville, has the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. 5:38 remains in this second half. 64-59 in favor of the Lancaster Flying Arrows. Down low, Briggs, Rundy off glass. No, it's rejected by the rim. Out of bounds, last touch by Lancaster. That's a tough call to make. Lancaster doesn't like it. From our angle, yes, that looked like it was the correct call.
I agree.
I think my wife needs one of these. You know, she could turn.
A mute button?
Yeah, she can. You know, I just muted her. She can mute me in
real
real life.
Maybe it's better that you mute me.
5:15 to play, second half. Spin move in the lane, kick right side. 3 ball up. Boom! Cameron Guler with another 3, and the Cubans are within 2. 64-62. 5 minutes remain in this one. At least in regulation time, the Cubans have stormed back after being down by 20 here in the second half. On the left-hand side is Lucas Weber. Now to the baseline. We'll get it to Zach Hermson. And a traveling violation is going to be called. Cuba City basketball. It was 49-29 in favor of Lancaster at the 16:20 mark of the second half. It was 42-24 at halftime. This Cuban team has just gone off. On the right side, Van Natta to the elbow, spin move, loses the handle, loses out of bounds, and it's Lancaster basketball. Tried to do a little too much there was Trevor Van Natta. Not saying that he had a bad move, but just a little too much.
Yeah. The intensity of this one has me almost picking at my fingernails.
I was just about to say, a little intense here.
And this isn't the home team for either of us, you know?
Kick to the left side, 3-ball launch. Oh, halfway down and out, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds.
Shavey wants an over the back, big time.
It's going to be Lancaster basketball. And honestly, on that one, yes, Zach Hermson went over the back, but he didn't touch the opponent. His arms are so long that, yes, he did go over the back, but it was legal because he didn't touch anybody. Inbound pass, jumper up, it's blocked, rebound loose. No, it's going to be saved somehow by the Flying Arrows.
It went off of Hermson's foot.
Schmitz, it'll be a drive to the lane, no good by Lucas Weber. Rebound comes down to the Cubans, a chance to tie or even take the lead. Kieler in the lane, triple team up, no, but no shot. There'll be a foul first on Lancaster. That's going to go on Taylor Williams. Taylor Williams, I think that is his first. It is. See, I had him for one earlier with that other boo-boo that I made.
Right. Yep.
Visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help with your next roofing or siding project. To inbound right in front of our Ears Furniture broadcast booth is Trevor Van Natta. He gets it in to Hudson Kieler. Left-hand side. Dribble drive, then a handoff to Landon Geyer. Top of the wheel, it's Kieler. Kieler one-on-one, gets to the elbow, looking for a cutter down low. Good defense by the Flying Arrows. 3:40 to play, second half, 64-62. Lancaster with the 2-point advantage. Kieler, he looks to shimmy shake, free throw line, spin move, spins another way, loses the handle.
They want to travel
Lancaster wanted travel. Top of the wheel, spin move, it's going to be on the ground. Everyone going after it, and it'll be jump ball called.
Cuba City ball.
3:24 to play, second half, 64-62. Both coaches, Brian Knapp of Lancaster and Tanner Shavey of Cuba City, both are getting down the Stripes' throat for their inability to blow the whistle when they want it.
Right.
Whether it's the right call or wrong call.
Yep.
3:20 to play, second half. It's a 2-point game.
Both coaches feeling slighted, maybe, is the way to put it.
Absolutely. Gula, top of the wheel. It'll be a 3-ball. Good! Landon Geyer gives Cuba City the lead. 65-64, 3:06 to play in the second half. The improbable comeback has come to fruition, at least for the moment. Now Hermson drives, kicks left side, the three, too strong. Rebound Cuba City, whistle blows first. And it's a loose ball foul on Cuba City. Trevor Van Natta's third personal, team foul number 7. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Coal Acres Golf and Grill Cuba City and CoalAcersGolfandGrill.com. At the line, it's Dane Kaufman, 1-1. He is 3 of 5 from the free throw line tonight. Make it 4 of 6. He makes the front end. Rural Mutual Insurance agents John Regatz and Deneen Dahl with Regatz & Dahl Insurance Group. Tackle all of your farm, personal and business and life insurance needs. Call them today at their office in Lancaster. Kaufman hits both, makes it a one-possession game, 66-65 in favor of Lancaster. 2:45 to play in this second half. Top of the wheel, Kieler. Now it goes to Landon Geyer. He drifts to the left side, being guarded by Zach Hermson. Trying to find somewhere to go. Hermson is blanketing him all over. He's kind of like a Snuggie. 2:30 to play, second half, 66-65. The Flying Arrows dribble drive. Hudson Kieler, free throw line jumper. It's good! Hudson Kieler gives the Cubans a 1-point lead. 67-66, 2:16 to play, second half. Now it's Dane Kaufman into the front court, looking for Hermson. Gets it to him on the left wing. He'll hand it off to a teammate. That's Schmitz. Schmitz on the left wing, being guarded by Kieler, daring him to go to his left. He does. Up with a shot, off glass. No good. Rebound, Cuba City. Under 2 minutes to play, second half. The Cubans with a 1-point lead. Kieler has it on the left wing. He will slow it down, getting it back out to Trevor Van Natta. Van Natta will drive. He will slow it down as he sees Hermson. Says, nope. Now to mid-court, it's Cameron Guler. He shimmy shakes into the lane. Drop pass. Briggs Rundy is fouled. There was a clean block on the play. However, with 2 players going up, the player that got him with the body was Brady Mack. That's his first personal. Team foul number 4.
And what he did, contrary to what Carson Collins did, was to ask the referee the question.
Right.
He didn't, explain anything.
Briggs Rundy's free throw is good. 68-66. Cubans with the lead. 1:35 to play in the second half. Cubans were trailing 49-29. 16:20 to go in the second half. And now they have a 2-point lead. The second free throw, no good by Rundy. Rebound comes down to the Flying Arrows. They are into the front court. Dane Kaufman gets to the free throw line, picks up his dribble, passing it to the right side. Schmitz, he dribble drives, sees a triple team, kicks left side, dribble, ball knocked away, stolen by Rundy. into the front court. Here comes Cuba City, and timeout called by the Cubans. 1:16 to play, second half. Cuba City 68, Lancaster 66. Full timeout. We'll take it as well on Dubuque Super Hits 106.
In Game 9. Herbst's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville is your home for Ritchie Livestock Waterers. Ensure your herd has fresh water on demand 24 hours a day. Select from in-stock Ritchie Waterer units like the Omni Models 1, 2, 3, and 5, and the Cattle Master 840. See Herbst's for Ritchie replacement parts and new installs and service too. Head to Herbst's, your home to hydrate your livestock with Ritchie Waterers. Herbst's Ace Hardware and Home Center, Bloomington and Platteville.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Buying a mattress can seem overwhelming. How soft should you go, or how firm? How much support do you need? All great questions and all tough to figure out without the right guidance. Hi, I'm Jeremy Culbertson, and I've been building and selling mattresses with Dubuque Mattress for over 10 years, and with our guidance, we take all the stress out of mattress shopping. We guarantee you will love your Dubuque mattress, or we'll change it for you until you do.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
In Game 9.
Community First Bank for you and the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. 68-66 in favor of Cuba City with 1:16 to play, second half. Full court press on by Lancaster for the timeout, and a foul will be called on Zach Hermson in the backcourt. That will be his third. Keep in mind, this is where I would almost have brought in a whole bunch of subs, Rana, when you need the amount of fouls.
Yeah, defense for offense.
Defense for offense, yes. Foul number 3 on Hermson. I remember covering a game, Pecatonica versus Barneveld. And they did that. And it's going to be a home run pass. Kieler has it, almost a travel.
Almost a carry.
Yeah, it was. A ball bounced really high.
Hand above it.
Yep, that's exactly right. 1:05 to play. Counting here in the second half. Foul is going to be called. That's going to go on Taylor Williams. His second. Team foul number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what I got to. Next one will put Cuba City into the bonus. Yep. 68-66. Cuba City leading Lancaster at Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium. 1:03 to play, second half.
Here's one of those substitutions you're talking about, I think.
Yep. And Anthony Bush checking out.
He hasn't played a whole lot after starting.
No, Krubel, though, he had 2 personals coming into the second half. We have exactly 1 minute to play in the second half. 68-66 in favor of the Cuba City Cubans. With the basketball near midcourt, it is Hudson Kieler being guarded by Taylor Williams. Right side, Kieler dribbling with the basketball, holding on to
Just wasting time.
Absolutely, forcing Lancaster to foul.
Yep.
Not even looking for a shot in the corner was Landon Geyer. Now dribble drive off glass, no good. Rebound breaks Rundy. 35 seconds to play. Cuba City holding on to it for the clock. A foul from behind by Dayton Kaufman. That will be his third. He thought he had a clean steal. And honestly, with the right hand, he did. It was with the left arm. He hooked the arm of Hudson Kieler. Now, timeout is going to be called by Lancaster. 30-second timeout. We aren't going anywhere. Except to let you know that Clare Bank has 8 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin. They can do that. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Cole Acre Golf and Grill in Cuba City and ColeAcresGolfandGrill.com. Rural Mutual agents John Regetz and Deneen Dahl with Regetz & Dahl Insurance Group tackle all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them today in their office in Lancaster. Southwest Health has over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. West End Salvage in Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Krantz and the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. 29.7 seconds remain in the second half. Cuba City 68, Lancaster 66. 1-1 bonus, Hudson Kieler. First free throw up. No good! Rebound loose. Picked up by the Flying Arrows. Dane Kaufman crosses the timeline with 24. Right side, Williams. He's trying to dribble drive. He gets double teamed. Top of the wheel, swing left side with 16. It's Schmitz, and a timeout called by Lancaster with 14 seconds exactly remaining. Lancaster with the ball, trailing by 2. Tonight's game brought to you in part by our great sponsors that bring you moments like these. Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville. They offer a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt and Laura Melby at the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory, Platteville. We will have your Tri-State Roofing postgame show coming up. Most Valuable Player presented by Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center. Your Tricor Insurance Turning Point and your Scrap for the Game presented by West and Salvage. Community First Bank for you and the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. That's cfbank.com, member FDIC. And Clear Bank with their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. From the Ayers Furniture Best Seat in the House, Ayers Furniture broadcast booth with our statistician, my lovely wife, Arena. I'm John Satterley. Thanking you for joining us on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. It was 49-29 in favor of Lancaster with 16-20 to play in the second half. Cuba City has come all the way back to lead by 2, and now Lancaster with the basketball looking to tie or to win. 3-ball left baseline, no good. Offensive rebound comes back right side, top of the wheel now. That's going to be Krubel. He gets it into the lane. Williams up the shot, block shot by Rundy. He comes away with it, and it's over.
And Lancaster
Cuba City wins. A 20-point comeback victory. Cuba City 68, Lancaster 66. The Cuba City Cubans maybe just got that victory they needed to turn their season around. And Lancaster with a 20-point advantage, unable to hold on here at Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium. Your final score, once again, Cuba City 68, Lancaster 66. Post-game show presented by Tri-State Roofing coming your way in a few moments on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 10.
Partner with Fuller's Milker Center and Gia for your next milking system. From the Dairy Pro Q robotic rotary parlor to the Dairy Robot R9500 robotic box milking system, you select the best fit for your operation. With Gia, you can also choose from market-leading conventional parlors, fully equipped with automated accessories. Contact Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your local Gia dealer in Lancaster and Richland Center to start building your dream milking facility.
Fuller's Milker Center.
Hi, this is Sue Rydell inviting you to become part of the Bell Tower Theater family. We all need a good laugh, and the Bell Tower has a great way to make sure you and your loved ones laugh all year long. A 2026 season subscription. You'll get 1 ticket for each of our 5 comedies, plus $10 for the concession stand, all for just $100. That's nearly 30% off. Get your 2026 season subscription at 588-3377 or belltowertheater.net. And remember, they make great gifts.
In Game 10. Post-game 1 minute.
The Gifted Hands Thrift Store in Galena offers low-cost clothing and household goods to the public. Shop local and support individuals with disabilities served by the Galena Workshop. The thrift store provides paying jobs to many individuals and is a stepping stone for some to get a job in the community. Donated items are accepted at the workshop on Southwest Street in Galena, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m., except holidays. Gifted Hands Thrift Store at the Galena Workshop is open Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays 9 till 1.
A fraction of a raindrop, 3 grains of salt, at up to 100 times more potent than morphine. The tiniest amount of illegal fentanyl is all it takes to cause an overdose. Fentanyl can be mixed into heroin, cocaine, pressed pills, meth, and other drugs. It could be in your drugs, and you wouldn't be able to see it, taste it, or smell it. Learn more at cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
Hey y'all, I'm Kelly Clarkson. Every American dreams of creating a better life for his or her family, but in some communities, those dreams face difficult challenges. When we come together to help those in need get the same opportunities as everyone else, we truly are making our country a better place to live for all of us. So look for volunteer opportunities in your community to help others achieve the American dream, all right? This message is courtesy of the United States Air Force.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that. Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too.
Love Has No Labels and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and experiences connect through conversation, and it feels good.
This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope, too.
Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together. Start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
Hello, my name is Andrea Delzell, and I've been using a wheelchair since I was 5 years old. If I had one message for the general public, it would be relax. Some folks get really flustered around disabled people, so they just pretend we're not there. I've actually had waiters talk to my companion and completely ignore me. People with disabilities just want the same respect and consideration as everyone else.
This is a message from United Spinal Association. Download our disability etiquette booklet at unitedspinal.org.
It's time for the Tri-State Roofing Postgame Show. This is Ben Baker, owner of Tri-State Roofing, LLC. Did you know we can take care of your roofing projects during the winter months? Tri-State Roofing uses reliable, long-lasting products that can be effectively applied in harsh winter temperatures. See our team for ice dam removal, gutter cleaning, and heat tape installation. Tri-State Roofing is fully insured, and we offer free estimates. Call Tri-State Roofing to fix your winter roofing issues.
Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. It's our post-game show presented to you by Tri-State Roofing LLC, and we've got a few excited Cubans that are joining us here right now after a 68-66 come from behind victory against the Lancaster Flying Arrows. First, let's talk to one of our co-MVPs presented to you by Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center Bloomington. And Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main in Platteville. Hermson's will be the MVP for the next project in your home. Go to Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Leading score for the Cubans, dropping 23 tonight. Hudson Kieler, congratulations on a big win tonight.
Thank you, thank you.
You guys were down 49-29, about a minute and a half into the second half. Pretty much, I bet you could have everybody in this gym had you guys written off. How were you able to get it together and come from behind and pull off the improbable?
You know, we've been doing that the past 3 games. I think that gave us the experience, go ahead and do it this game. And Coach Shavey did a good job at halftime, making adjustments and getting us ready for the second half.
I was just about to ask you about that when the last 3 games. You had a heartbreaker. That I was there against Mineral Point. The previous 3 games you've lost by a total of 8 points. You're just right there. What do you think really pulled it together this game for you to just finally, you can almost just say finally get, close it out?
I think it all starts at practice. I think going hard and competing every day helped us get that win. And the overall experience in those past 3 games, them being so close, I think we finally were able to get it done there.
Do you think part of it is confidence too? Because sometimes it's no different than, shooters shoot. You can miss, and once you finally see that ball go through the net, it's like, I've been doing everything right. It finally goes there. Yeah. Do you think that that's kind of what this was toward the end of this game? Was that we're so close, we can taste victory, we've done everything we can to win, and now just be able to pull it through?
Yeah, I think that was a big factor, and I think shout out to Cameron Kieler finally getting his confidence back, making 3 3-pointers. That was big for us.
Oh, it was 4 3. Then you got Landon Geyer with 4. Landon with 4 3-pointers. Yeah, Guler, he had those 3 big threes. Yep. Talk about just this team, the team dynamic to be able to, keep it together where other teams might have just folded, just said, you know what, season's over. I'm going to start playing. I'm going to start playing Minecraft or do anything else like that and say, no. I believe in this team and we're going to continue to fight hard for our community.
I think we were so close in those past three games, and we just know not to give up, and we know the guys we have on this team and what they can do.
Well, Hudson, congratulations on an absolute thriller here tonight. I know I'll look forward to seeing you coming up against Iowa Grant. We'll have you on Friday. So we'll look forward to doing that. I've got Darlington Southwestern, so I'll keep you updated on how that one looks. I know you've got both those guys coming up too. So, Hudson, congratulations on a great win, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Hudson Kieler, one of our co-MVPs here tonight, presented to you by Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington. Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Maine in Platteville. Co-MVP, he dropped 13 tonight. More importantly, he helped get the dub. Trevor Van Natta, congratulations on a great game tonight.
Thank you.
Talk about what this one means to you, getting, defeat, not just getting a win, but coming from behind against a team that only had suffered one loss this entire season.
It feels good. It feels good. The past couple games we were just right there. Only, like you said, only a combined of 8 points.
Talk about your defense, because it was like a reversal of halves. First half, Lancaster scored 42. Second half, they scored 24. First half, you guys only scored 24. Then the second half exploded for 44 points. What did you change defensively in that second half that maybe was scheme-wise, or what did you notice differently in the second half?
I don't really know. It's our defense has always been good.
Yeah.
In practice, that's what we focus on the most. So, that's what we live by.
Well, I think part of it too is you have a prolific player. For Lancaster, I mean, you gotta give the man his flowers. Zach Hermson, he's a dog. He's just a dog. He goes out there. He's a baller. But you held him to 7 points that second half and effectively shut him out the last 10 minutes of the contest. Did you guys go into that saying, if we can shut him down, we can take care of the rest of the team, or did it just kind of happen organically?
I feel like it kind of just happened organically. Our main focus is obviously him, because he hurt us so much in the first half.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dropping 18,
that's never fun.
No, it is never fun, well, unless you're doing it.
Yeah.
But when you're having that happen against you, and also shooting too, where did the confidence seem to come from 3-point range? Because in that second half, you guys were 8 of 13 from 3-point range.
We've always been a 3-point shooting team. Even when we're not shooting well, we just tell our guys to keep shooting.
Well, you know what? You kept shooting, and you were very selective that second half too. Inside the arc, you were 13 of 29, but that second half again, 9 of 15. So again, your shooting in that second half was just absolutely phenomenal. Do you think it was just more confidence than maybe anything strategically?
Yeah. We always love to have confidence.
Confidence doesn't hurt, does it? Well, Trevor, congratulations on a great game here tonight. We'll look forward to seeing you against IG.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Hey, if you could do me a favor, let's see if we can get Briggs up here. He's definitely our scrapper, so we'd definitely like to talk with him. But again, congratulations, Trevor. This is your guys' moment. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Those are our most valuable players, presented to you by Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center, Bloomington. Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Maine and Platteville. Hermson's will be the MVP for the next project in your home. Go to Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. We're going to get Briggs coming up here in just a moment. Let's give you some of our final stats presented to you by Dodgeville Tax and Accounting and Arena L. Satterley CPA. With offices at Dodgeville and in Gratiot, go online, dodgevilletax.com, to see how Arena can help keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket during tax season. Lancaster here in this contest, they were 20 of 42, 48% from 2-point range, 5 of 13, 38% in the second half. But again, you compare that to what the first half was. 13 of 24, 54%. Second half was 7 of 18, 2-point range. 2 of 8 from 3-point range in that second half. For the contest, it was 25 of 55, 45% the Lancaster Flying Arrows. A very, very solid percentage for the Lancaster Flying Arrows. Led in scoring, as we kind of mentioned a moment ago, Zach Hermson with 25 points. Dane Kaufman with 15. 12 for Brady Schmitz. 10 for Lucas Weber. 2 apiece for Brody Krubel and for Anthony Bush. And now we're being joined by our scrapper of the game. Our West End Salvage scrapper of the game, the player whose hustle and scrappiness stood out in trying to lay the opponent to waste, presented by West End Salvage of Lancaster. And we're being joined now by Briggs Rundy. Briggs, congratulations on the big win here tonight.
Thank you.
Talk about this one from the physicality standpoint down low. I know it looked like it was from up here, our vantage point, it was just a battle. Talk about how you're able to, keep in this battle and stay out of foul trouble too.
Well, I knew we had to be physical and win the boards because that's been a struggle in the past for us. So that was a big standout for the start of the game, and I think we did good at that.
And I know watching your games here this season, you haven't been somebody who's really wanted to score a ton of points. I mean, nobody's going to argue if they're going to score points, but you really seem to be the one that is that scrapper of the game, diving after loose balls, going after offensive rebounds, and then, getting those free throws. How have you prided yourself on being kind of that, I don't want to say the muscle, but you could basically say the muscle of this team to set up the big dogs for their shooting?
I think that there's other people who have a better job scoring than me, and I think I have a different role. So that's what I just kind of focus on my role, and that's focus on the defense part and being physical.
You kind of look at players, in the past, like Brady Olson, those types of players. You kind of remind me of him just with the look, with the physicality. Is there any player you kind of model your game after, to say, I kind of want to be like this person when you're out there on the court?
Like Gavin Boston last year, he was very physical, and I like to try to be like him and on the rebounds and defensive side.
Tell us a little bit about Coach Shavey. How has he been able to relate to you guys and keep you guys, in a positive mind frame when, there are many times this season where it could be easy not to be positive going out there on the court?
He's always been positive, and he does a really good job like connecting with us and talking to us about different stuff, and yeah, he's been doing good.
Briggs, congratulations on a great game here tonight. Enjoy this victory, and you got to turn around, play another one really quickly, but we'll see you coming up against Iowa Grant, all right?
Thank you.
I appreciate you, man. That is Briggs Rundy, our scrapper of the game, presented to you by West End Salvage of Lancaster, player whose hustle and scrappiness stood out and trying to lay the opponent to waste, presented by West End Salvage, Briggs Rundy. Now we're being joined by head coach Tanner Shavey. Normally we don't talk to coaches after the game. Normally we leave that to the players, but Coach Shavey, we were talking in the pregame. You just wanted to get that one, that signature win. You wanted to have that one, with the players to give them their confidence. Well, Coach, I think you got it here tonight, and definitely in thrilling fashion, being down by 20. What did you say to the young men to, turn this thing around? Because it seemed like the game was, if you're the outsider looking in or even watching this game, that game pretty much seemed over.
Yeah, I think that when our guys do what we ask them to do together, I think we're really good. At times when one or two guys kind of goes off the beaten path, that's when defenses take advantage of us, or offensively when one guy does something that we really haven't worked on, that's when teams stop us. I thought that in the second half, our guys focused in on the detailed stuff that we've been working on, and we're really successful. A prime example is, our defense is called no right, and at the end of the first half, Kaufman catches the ball in the left corner where that's exactly where we want him to be.
Right.
But he dribbles all the way around the lane and scores a right-handed layup. And, we talk about we drill that every day, not allowing guys to dribble with the right hand.
Right.
And so then when they don't follow the directions, we're not very successful. And I thought in the second half they really dug into trusting each other and trusting what we're trying to do. And then we could see that success.
One thing I want to ask you, we're talking with head coach Tanner Shavey of the Cuba City Cubans here in our postgame show presented to you by Tri-State Roofing LLC. I'm trying to think of the best way to word this, Coach. So again, because I don't want to put anybody on the spot. They're young men between the age of 14 and 18. And nobody really did anything wrong per se. But I'm going to bring this up because I think it kind of was it. Tri-Core Turning Point, presented to you by Tri-Core Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, your business. Contact Tri-Core Insurance. I don't even think the turning point was in the middle of that 49-29. I honestly think it was a technical foul called on Carson Collins. It seemed like something changed in this team at that moment where, all of a sudden he goes to the bench. He said something. I mean, he wasn't like he was cursing. He didn't say that, but he was vocal about a call he did not like. And it seemed like that was the moment where things changed for this team. It didn't happen to the snap of a finger, but you can almost point back to that. Would you agree with that? And B, what would you say helped out the rest of the team and maybe motivated them after that point going forward?
Yeah, I think that our guys are actually a really close group of guys. They really like hanging out with each other. And I think this is a prime example of when one guy is a little frustrated or goes down or is not at his peak performance, the other 12 guys have their back, his back. And I think that was what we saw today was, we talk about, after when we do 1, 2, 3, we don't say team, we don't say anything weird, we say family.
Okay.
Because for the 5 months that we are together, we truly are a family. We spend a lot of time together. And so when Carson Collins, makes poor choice with whatever he said or did, I think the rest of us rallied behind him and said, we got your back. I know you're going through some frustrations, and that's okay because everybody goes through frustrations.
Right.
But we got your back to make sure that we're not going to let that moment dictate how we choose to play the rest of the game.
Absolutely.
And so I think that was one big thing that I saw from our guys is we rallied together and said we have each other's backs. We're the only guys in the gym right now that believe that we're going to be successful, and so we're going to show that we can do that.
Absolutely. Coach Shavey, appreciate you. I know you've got, it's not exactly a light week here this week. You've got Riverdale tomorrow. Well, I'll see you, here on Dubuque Super Hits 106 at Iowa Grant coming up on Friday. Then you got basketball next Monday at Darlington. I know we have you guys. So, obviously enjoy this one for a little bit, but who knows? Maybe this is that marquee win we were talking about. You just need that, or maybe not marquee, the signature win that you need to get this team to believe. And, well, here you go. I think you got her tonight, and congratulations. Your team really battled to earn this one. Nothing was given to you. So congratulations to you and your guys.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you, Coach. That's head coach Tanner Shavey of the Cuba City Cubans. Join us here in our Tri-State Roofing post-game show. We'll wrap things up from Jerry Pettigrew Gymnasium after this final timeout. Cuba City 68, Lancaster 66 on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Postgame 1 minute.
You want to give your baby everything, so start with a safe sleep area. Babies younger than 1 should always be placed to sleep on their backs on a firm and flat surface like a safety-approved crib. And keep blankets, pillows, and other soft or loose items out of the crib when the baby is in it. Learn more about safe sleep for babies at safetoSleep.niched.nih.gov. Sponsored by the Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development.
It's been said that when someone you love has Parkinson's, you have Parkinson's.
The Parkinson's Foundation knows that the disease doesn't just affect the diagnosed. It affects everyone who supports and helps care for them.
If you have questions, the Parkinson's Foundation has answers.
We can help you understand the disease
and give you tips for living a better life.
Find your answers at parkinson.org or call 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
These are the sounds of a dinner. A dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served, thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Over 2.8 million Americans have served in our military since 9/11. Many have returned home with devastating injuries and few resources for them and their families. This is news correspondent Bob Woodruff. I sustained a life-threatening injury while reporting from Iraq in 2006. The military had my back that day, and they have each other's while serving. It's time we had theirs. Please join us as part of the Got Your Six initiative. To learn more, go to gotyoursix.org using the number 6.
Postgame 1 minute.
Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, where Cuba City defeats Lancaster this evening 68-66. Once again, let's go through your final stats. We gave you Lancaster before we talk to our most valuable players and your scrapper of the game. So again, Lancaster's final stats: 20 of 42 from 2-point range, 48%. 3-point range, 38%, 5 of 13. Total for the game: 25 of 55, 45%. Free throw shooting, 79%, 11 of 14. Scoring for the Lancaster Flying Arrows: again, 25 for Zach Hermson, 15 for Dane Kaufman, 12 for Brady Schmitz, 10 for Lucas Weber, 2 apiece for Anthony Bush and Brody Krubel. For the Cuba City Cubans shooting this evening: 13 of 29, 45% from 2-point range, 12 of 27 in 3-point range, 44%. In the second half, 8 of 13. 7 of 9 from the free throw line, 78%. So for the game, Cuba City was 25 of 56, 45%. 25 of 55, 45% for Lancaster. So both dead even when it came to percentages. When you look at scoring for Cuba City, Hudson Kieler with 23, 13 for Trevor Van Natta, 12 for Landon Geyer, 11 for Cameron Guler, 7 for Briggs Rundy, and 2 for Carson Collins. Taking a look at the rebounding statistics, 32 rebounds for Lancaster, 25 for Cuba City. In the first half, it was a 12 rebound differential, 21-11. Final differential was 32-25. Offensive rebounds, Lancaster had 10. Offensive rebounds, 22 defensive. Cuba City had 18 defensive rebounds, 7 offensive, 4 more offensive rebounds in the second half. Turnovers, well, that became a problem in the second half as Lancaster had 14 total turnovers, 9 of those in the second half. Cuba City had 9 turnovers, and 5 of those were in the second half. Those are your final stats presented to you by Dodgeville Tax and Accounting. Go talk to my wife, Arena, dodgevilletax.com, for more information how Arena can help keep your hard-earned money in your pocket during tax season. So I'd like to say thank you again to Carey Lawson and the staff at Cuba City High School, always welcoming us with open arms while we are here. Also, thank you to head coach of the Flying Arrows, Brian Knapp, being very generous with his time in our pregame show. Also to head coach Tanner Shavey, not just talking in the pregame show, but also access to his team, talking with our most valuable players, Hudson Kieler and Trevor Van Natta, and our scrapper of the game, Briggs Rundy. Coming up here on the stations of Queen Bee Radio. What do we have coming your way? Well, tomorrow night we have Darlington and Southwestern here on Dubuque Super Hits 106. I get to join you once again on the radio. We have La Crosse Aquinas at Mineral Point for wrestling on 97.7 Country WGLR, and Fenimore and Lancaster at 7 o'clock on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Again, tomorrow night, Darlington and Southwestern. Boys basketball, that will be audio only right here on Dubuque Super Hits 106. Let me say thank you again to all of the sponsors who help us bring this game to you. Without them, these games would not be possible to see a thrilling contest like this. Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school basketball is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Final score tonight, it was 68-66. The Cuba City Cubans defeat the Lancaster Flying Arrows with the win. The Cuba City Cubans improved to 3-8 overall. Again, this is a non-conference game, still remain 0-4 in the Swell Conference. Lancaster falls to 10-2, but they still remain atop the SWC. For my lovely wife, Arena, I'm John Satterley. The preceding has been a presentation of Queen Bee Radio Sports on Dubuque Super Hits 106, online superhits106.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Thank you for listening. Go check out all of our upcoming games on AM1590WPVL.com and stay tuned to our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Thank you for listening and have a great evening, everyone. I'm John Satterley saying thank you for tuning in for high school sports.